Hey guys, how's it going? Let me know if you guys are online. If you see me, welcome to the RCINFORMER YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys stopping by. And I'm going to wait a little bit and see if a few more people come online here. If you guys want, while we're waiting, you know, feel free to throw any questions or hellos or anything you got going on. And it looks like we got 7 people on here. We'll wait till a few get on again, folks. All right, let's see. We got Gav and Guniak. What's up, Rich? Hey. Hey, man, this might need an afterburner. Let's see. Let's see. Ralph's online. Let's see. All right, I got to use my old guy glasses here a little bit. All right, let's see. Ralph. Flying out, but coming by to say hi, waiting. Oh, out flying. Okay, cool. It's just raining here, man. We can't do anything here. So let's see. There's Victor. Victor RC. There's Paley. See you on there. Pilot Jerry. I got my computer down here, guys, so sometimes I'm looking at the screen. Sometimes I'm looking down at my actual computer. Let's see, Pilot Jerry, Guniak, let's see. Got 22 guys, we'll wait a little longer. I am jumping around, folks, on the live chat thing. I appreciate a lot of guys coming to the last 2, but I'm jumping around to different days, and I'm trying different things out. And today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Today is actually, it's going to be pretty experimental today. I'm hoping that it works out. I'm kind of asking a lot of my equipment here. I added a second camera for the unboxing that we're going to do. So I'm giving everybody some time to get on here. I'm showing 22 views. Let's see, the Fletch, I got him on there. Jordan, I see you, howdy. I'm building the EC1500 while I watch. Cool. The EC1500 is going to be next, or soon coming up here. Rich, you got to puck that 2100 kV, and all the credit goes to Guniak for that idea. Yeah, I have a couple Platinum fans, so I may stick one in here as we go along. So I did this thing at 3 o'clock Eastern time, hoping that would get some of the European guys into this. I noticed the first stream we did, we had a lot of guys from overseas, UK, that were in on the chat. So I'm trying to include those guys in on this by doing it a little earlier. So we'll kind of see how it all works out. Guys, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up if your audio is okay. Or give me a note if you're having any problems with your audio, because I'm using an entirely new audio this time. I have a whole new mic system and everything I'm using, and I'm kind of testing it out. I got Mary Boozer, Wesley's there. What's up, Rich? Looking at some sexy new balsa in my hangar. Okay, he's doing some of that. Let's see, good timing, Rich. You didn't take the new F-18 out of the box yet. No, it's... we're going to do that here shortly. I'm just trying to see if a few more guys will get on. I got some thumbs up there from John and T. All right, Guniak, it's a different airplane with motor. Okay. All right, let's see. I got On Approach RC. Thanks for coming, guys. We got 26 people. Still waiting on a few more before we start. And in fact, while we're doing this, I'm going to do a little test run. Again, today's video, folks, is going to be it's a total test today to see if my camera system works and stuff. Because what we're going to do is I'm going to try to do a complete unbox. I'm going to try to do an assembly and a setup just live with you guys, just like I do with my normal videos. The difference is a lot of guys are always doing this with the webcam, and I've always noticed that it doesn't seem like you get a lot out of the webcam because we're at a distance and stuff. So I've actually rigged my traditional camera to try and do this with. So what I'm going to do here, real guys, if you can help me out, I'm going to transfer over the camera to my unbox camera and see if it's all working for you guys. So as I do that, if you can, give me a thumbs up if it's working okay. So I'm going to transfer over now and let me know if there's any lag. Here we go. I'm going to swap it over and let me know if you guys can see my airplane in the box there. Let me know how that looks. Let's see. Let me read some comments here, guys. Let's see. Looking forward to the rafale. Yes, Jerry. I cannot wait for the rafale. Rafale is going to be really bad to the bone. It's just one of those. It's kind of like an exotic sports car. It's just a cool airplane. Let's see. Howdy, y'all. Guniac sound is really good. Hope that cam setup works good. Let me know. Can you guys see the airplane in the box? You guys got it okay? You can see it, Gav? You got it okay? Looks good? Okay. If you guys have seen my prior unboxings, I'm filming this the same way as my unboxings go. Only we're going to do it here live. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try and assemble it and get it together for you guys. It's a real nice airplane. I have not flown it yet. But we're going to take a look at it because all this new E-flite and Horizon stuff is looking pretty sweet. I wanted to kind of thank everybody right off the bat. In fact, I'm going to switch back. Let me switch back real quick just to make sure this is working okay here. Let me flip. Let's try this. This is a little advanced, guys. Let's see if we can transition back. You guys got me back okay? Give me a big thumbs up if it's working okay. This is I'm testing this for future videos and stuff. And again, we're going to see how it goes. Who else we got? We got Richie B. Excellent. Let's see. We got George Cook the third. Looks good. Okay, you guys got me back. We should be back on the main screen here. And let's see. We're about 7 minutes. I'll put a few more minutes. Let a few guys show up. There's more people just kind of jumping in here, folks. So I want to give everybody a chance to kind of see this because this is going to be a thorough unbox, folks. This is going to be intended for you guys not only to, you know, see it now with me live and kind of ask questions as we do it, but it's also going to be intended so you can watch this later because, again, this is going to be just like, I hope, it's going to be just like my normal unbox videos, except we're going to be talking to each other. We'll be doing this live as we do it. So good afternoon. I got LJ Hobby Life. Thanks for coming. Yeah, put that F-18 together now. Mary Boozer wants to see it. Okay, we got 40 guys. I think we're almost about there. Loud and clear in Jamaica. All right, excellent. Jamaica WI. All right, really good stuff, Guniac. Yep, it's awesome. You look lovely now for pale blonde. Okay, whoever that is. Let's see. I'll delete that entry now. Let's see. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's see. William, I see you on there. Thanks. Got some cool emojis there. Andrew Gillings, I'm here. All right, excellent. I see Ralph Zays, looks good. All right, excellent, guys. Pilot Jerry RC. The Fletch 751, loud and clear. All right, let's see. On approach. Okay, guys, I think we're going to start this thing. This is a really nice airplane here. I got my FMS mug there from the first stream we did. I want to start out by thanking everybody. Everybody responded really nicely to the last two videos we did. I appreciate everybody using my links. Clearly, guys got the message, and I really appreciate the support, guys. Super chats, again, always welcome, but again, I'd rather you guys keep your money, get a good airplane, come here for the information, because I'm going to kind of steer you guys always in the right direction anyway. Again, guys, we're on Instagram and Twitter. We're posting stuff every day, so check that out. We got lots of stuff past, present, and future. Reviews are coming. Lots of new stuff's coming, so stay tuned, folks. Hit that notification bell so you guys get those latest videos, and we're going to be just surprised jumping around. Please comment about what day and time you guys want to see me do live stuff. Like I said, right now I'm just jumping around. So, all right, guys, I got all the tools I need here. We're going to be unboxing this thing. This is just the empty box. It's a really sweet airplane, same as the gray one that they used to have out. But now it's in the Blue Angels colors. It's pretty sweet. Horizon has always done just such a nice job on their box art and everything. I just love how they do this. Oh, I got a plane up there I hit. They do such a nice job with their photographs, man. It's just, this is an awesome bird. It's just really cool. I've kind of always wanted to do one of these, but I actually prefer this way over the gray one. So, but really nice, folks. 80 millimeter, runs on a 6 cell. We'll be plugging it in here to some of these 6 cell 4000 and 5000 Spectrums. let's see, I got all my tools here. Let me flip views, folks, on over to the bench here, or to my my little area here where we're going to show the unbox. Let me flip it over, and let's transition that. You guys got that? Give me a thumbs up. You got it back? Got 42 watching. Thanks for coming, guys. See Martin Stewart there. All right, let's head on over there, and we will get this baby out of the box. Now I can see y'all's messages. In fact, just give me a thumbs up. Make sure your audio's still good. Just throw that at me if you guys got good audio still. I need to go to your field. Can we? Okay, Dennis Farley, I'll take that as audio's all good. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the feedback. Again, I'm winging all this today. So here we go. I'm going to run over there. Let's see what we got here. I'm just at a different area here now. All right, you guys got me here? Okay. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me in here. Throw my glasses on. All right, guys, here it is. We got this thing all laid out. And I'm going to show you guys what this thing looks like. Let me go over a couple things real quick for those of you that don't know. This thing has an AS3X in it as well. So it comes ready to go. You assemble this thing with only, really just a few screws, folks. So you can see right here what it has. It does come with a 2,000 kilovolt, 2,000 kV motor in it. It does not have the 2100. I'm told the performance is very similar, okay, but, some guys like the 21 over, but we'll fly it stock and then maybe change. It does have the 100 amp brushless ESC in it. 10 metal geared servos are installed in this thing. Receiver is AS3X with SAFE, 6 to 7 channels, and then of course battery, they say up to a 7,000, although I think more 5 is probably more like it. And then of course you need charger for your batteries and everything. So little dimensions here, folks. That's how big this baby is. It's 38-inch wingspan, 53 inches long, real nice, retractable gear flaps, and we'll check all that out as we get into the box. So let me throw this thing right down here, and let's take this thing out. Let's get all these parts on out of here, and let's see what we got. We'll start taking all the wings out. I did cut the tape prior here, and let's see how this goes. Nice packaging all the way around, of course, and we'll get all these parts out, lay them down just like we normally do. We've got the 2 rudders here, 2 verticals. They're padded with a little padding between the middle here. We'll get this out. We'll get the instructions. Let's see, there's a little back piece on here to pull out. And let's see, we got all kinds of drop tanks in this thing. We're just going to get everything out. Stickers right here. You can choose your number, which is kind of nice. Although this is the extended canopy, so this is like the number 7 usually, the PR airplane that they use here. Let's see. And then we got our nose cone with our screws and stuff in there. Those are magnet. They're actually sticking to the magnet in there. And let's see. Let's get the elevators out of here. There they are. We'll do a full review of all this stuff, folks. More drop tanks. Here we go. More drop tanks. You get all these things out of here. Main wing spar right here. Get this thing out of here. There it is. Get that out of there. And then let's see, more missiles. We'll get those out of there. Those are padded nicely together. These are probably just sort of fictitious missiles. I don't think the Blue Angels have blue and yellow missiles, but I think for production purposes, I think it's easier for the factory to make these and just include everything. So they just included all of it because, again, this is based off the gray version of the Hornet. Here, let's get this out of here. We'll lift this up and out. Yeah, we'll put this fuselage down. Let me get this box kind of out of the way here. Let me just move that over there. And we'll lay out everything. Let's put these out here as best we can. And let me get the box out of the way here. Again, guys, this is just how I do it when I show it to y'all. Except that the difference here is that we're doing this live. So let's get that fuselage out there. We're going to put all these missiles out. Kind of lay everything out. We'll put the nose cone here. There's our wings. We'll drop those, we'll kind of double those up just to kind of save some space. And then there's our elevator halves, our rudders. Let's see our drop tanks, which I don't know, maybe you guys can comment. I kind of wonder if the Blue Angels don't have a set of blue drop tanks. They could, but I've never seen them. That might be something that they do. So I'll just kind of lay these around here. Let's see, and there's our nose. But real nice layout overall, again, with the stickers here. It's kind of harder to get on over here. We'll move those missiles over there. There's your wingtip missiles right there. Pretty nice. Okay, instruction manual. And let's see, let me get this thing back together here. And put a couple of these things in place. And we'll take a look at all these parts here in a couple of seconds here. All right, there we go. I'm going to stand that up, kind of get that sort of out of the way. All right, and there you have it, folks. There's all the parts. Can you guys see everything okay? Does it look good? All right, there we go. Let's see, not on presentation. Howdy, no problem. All right, very good. All right, nice setup overall, folks. There's our stickers right there. And you got your fuselage here with your fan, retractable landing gear, ESC, AS3X all installed, all the drop tanks, 2 wing panels, horizontal stabilizers and rudders, instruction manual, all the missiles. And it looks like a really nice, complete setup overall. And what we'll do is I'm going to start off showing you guys the main piece here, the fuselage here. And let's take a look at this. This is real impressive. I'm going to go ahead and switch on my light. And let's take a look at this. Got 56 guys watching. Appreciate you guys coming by. I'll maneuver this as best I can. The quality on this is super, super nice, folks. Really like what they've done with this thing. Lots of antennas. There's only 10 screws to assemble this thing. You can see those antennas on the nose. You can kind of see the detail. And if you guys want to see a particular part, you know, just shout out and I'll try to look over there. And but really nice. A couple things I'm impressed with. You just don't have to glue anything on this airplane. Like these strakes here, they're already glued on. They're plastic. You got your antennas and so forth already secured in place. The fit and finish is awesome. We've got right here our intakes. This whole piece right here is impressive. It's plastic, so you can't ding any of this. And none of this is foam. So really pretty sweet. Also, one of the nicest things they've been doing lately is putting plastic leading edge extensions. I think you guys can probably see that in the film. This is 1080p, so you really should be able to get this. Plastic leading edge extensions all the way down here. So even the wing root here is plastic, but that way you can't ding that edge. It's really nice. It's outstanding, actually, the quality that they're putting into these things. Real nice plastic fittings where your wings go into, wing plug-ins go. Your aileron and your flap, pretty sweet. Wing spar goes in here. Your rear wing screw goes in here. Forward wing screw goes in here. All metal threads, of course, just real nice. These missiles here are sort of a throwback, sort of from the gray version of this airplane. So I'll leave them on for now, but those are coming off because the Blue Angels don't fly around with missiles. So we'll be taking those things off of there. Beautiful retractable gear. I love the way that these things hang down from the airplane. It looks pretty slick, kind of like real carrier gear where it hangs down. It absorbs the shock of landing, and then it compresses. So this thing does that pretty well, it's pretty nice. And then down in here, some louvers, some cheater holes, and you can kind of see the ESC down in there just a little bit. But nicely applied decals. We get onto the back. Actually, this is cool because I can hold this by the intake because it's tough enough. There's our fan access hatch with 2mm metric sockets, real nice. And then here's our tail. This is a proprietary assembly. I'll zoom in on this. This is super nice. The pivot shaft is already secured in place. Our proprietary servo here is all set in with the horn, where it's a cool little cam type mechanism that this thing secures with. So very, very easy assembly. Let me zoom out here a little bit and we'll flip this around. Don't see a tail hook, but that's okay. We're not using it. We're going to be going, not slowing. But real nice. Lots of detail all the way around. You can see panel lines. I don't know if you guys can see that. You should be able to see that in the picture. Really nice panel lines all the way around. Nice finish. Beautiful plastic pockets, plastic receivers here for the rudders, for the vertical stabilizers. Those fit right in here with a single connection. 2 screws go in there and that's it. So 2 screws for your wings, 2 screws for your for each rudder or vertical. So you got 8 screws total there, and then 2 for your tail because you just put a wheel collar on here to get that on. And that's it, guys. You're done. You're flying. It's pretty darn impressive how this is. They got the Boeing logo on there with the Hornet logo, very cool, and a real nice latch. There's a pilot in there with some cockpit detail. That looks pretty sweet. Very nice. And hey, 61 people watching. Appreciate that, guys. Let's see, George Cook. Show the back of the fan. I'll try, but it's very dark in there, guys. Let me see if I can zoom. Let me see if I can zoom in there. I will try. Let's see, I got my light on here. Yeah, there we go. I can get in there just a little bit. There's the motor. It is an in-runner. So, and it is a 2000 kV, folks. It's not the 2100, but it should get it along nice enough. Let me look over some of the messages here. Sorry, stepped away for a minute because Alpha commented on my MiG. Okay, that's cool. Definitely like that. Wish I had leading edges on the F4. Yeah, I know. The F-14 could really use a plastic leading edge, but I think plastic leading edges are coming pretty much for everybody. Yeah, the gear is sick, Chris. I see what you're saying, yeah. It's pretty nice, and we're going to get that out and extend it here for everybody so you guys can see that. I'm just looking back here, guys, for a second at my monitor here so I can read some questions and stuff. Let's see, looks better than black. Looks way better than black. Let's see, Victor, new YouTube name, cool. All right, let's see. Any other questions, Jackson? I went with white, like Rich recommended those F-18. Yeah, if you paint the inside of these things, folks, a lighter color, anything, but preferably white, it'll just make it stand out and glow a little better. Let's see. What else? Pilot needs paint. Yeah, pilot needs a paint job. Yeah, it looks like a NASCAR driver. He does. Let's see. Blue Angels is a single seater, right? Yeah. Well, but yes, Eric. But the Blue Angels, they do have a 2-seater. Okay. They've got a 2-seater, number 7, I believe, that they use for like a PR airplane where they take people for rides. So there is a 2-seater, and I believe it's number 7. So I may stick 7 on this, but hey, man, I'm kind of a solo guy, so sometimes I oppose. So it might be 6 or 5 or 6. So, but here's your canopy, guys. Nice latch. Look how nice that thing pops on. Here, I'll do it again. Very nice latch system. E-flite and Horizon, they're killing it with the quality of these things. Let me pull this thing off. We'll get inside here, and we'll see what's in here. Hang on, I almost dropped something back there. Yeah, live shows have their difficulties, that's for sure. But you can see the inside nice and clean here. Here's one antenna. We're going to straighten that one out. The other 10 antennas just kind of hanging down in there. So I'm going to tape that along this edge here and get it straightened out, because sometimes the factory tape, kind of see that here a little bit. Sometimes the factory tape gives way here. But really neat and clean. That's probably our nose steering. That's probably our nose gear retract door probably. There's our receiver, AS3X. And everything's neat and clean. This is the bind plug sticking off of here, but you know, the silicone is holding the receiver in place. They got that down nicely. This is one of the older styles, but hey man, it works with the bind plug. So let's see, there's our battery floor. And let's see, there's our battery. And then of course our Velcro. So you guys can secure your battery down with your Velcro. As you guys know, I use shelf liner, so I kind of pre-prepared a piece of this. So we're going to pull this off and get our shelf liner down there, because that's just personal preference, guys. Use what you like. Velcro is awesome, not a problem with it. I got some batteries with Velcro on like every darn side of the battery. So, you know, I hate having Velcro all over my battery. If I could just have it on one surface, it would be cool. But sometimes I need that battery for another plane. Then I got to put the Velcro on another side, and there's Velcro everywhere. So I found with the shelf liner, it just keeps the batteries, it keeps all the batteries clean. You know, I end up with a battery like this that just doesn't have, you know, Velcro on every side of it, and it's just kind of a mess. So anyway, that'll go in there pretty nicely. But folks, I'm blown away. Very nice detail. You can see how detailed this is. I hope you guys are getting the resolution here, because I'm using a fairly high-end camera for this. It's not a webcam, so You guys can get in on the detail. I'll flip it over one more time. Take a look at that underside. Just really sweet, folks. Love that landing gear. I'm dying to extend this with the doors and get that all out for everybody to see. It's just, it's very cool the way they fold in and kind of go out and they hang out and everything. But I'm digging the plastic parts, folks. This is cool. Really nice plastic components, nice plastic leading edges, plastic strakes, just pretty darn cool overall. So let me get this wire back in here, and let me get my canopy here that just fell, and we're going to stick that back in place. Let's get that in there. Pop that down in there, and there we go, folks. It's in place. So let's put that back down. We'll pull up one of these wings and see how those look. Those missiles are definitely coming off of there for sure. So, because yeah, the Blue Angels don't fly around with missiles and rockets and stuff. So it's just doesn't make for a good air show. So anyway, check this out. Look at the detail on this. Look at the panel lines, access panels. Just great detail all the way around. Submerged hinges all the way around. You can see they rotate around the center point. Same with the flaps. Flaps are very slick the way that they work. I also like that they've gone to, you know, the middle hole or the second to innermost hole it looks like on here, which is per the book. That gives you the right amount of aileron travel. And with the flaps as well, that's per the book. That's all set up. And nice plastic doublers here, folks. Nice plastic doublers. So wires are here for your aileron and your flap. And then, of course, the wing light's incorporated. It has a really nice wingtip lens where our missile will attach on. And in fact, I will grab one of those right now, which is right down here. I'll reach over there. And missiles secure on, pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Most everybody's doing this now. All these model companies that make foam airplanes, you know, they've all pretty much copied each other. They all use pretty much the same connection for the hard points. Again, those connectors are here. Those just fit right in. Also right in here as well. So very, very nice. This is a big sticker, folks. This whole U.S. Navy deal is one big sticker here that fits right on here. So that probably doubles as a wire cover for some of the wiring, so you don't see any wiring on the underside of this. So, you know, very, very sharp. I do like that. So let's get the I'll get the missile off of here. Slide that thing forward again. That just goes right on there. It's very, very easy and cool. These missiles, I'll fly with them stock, but those are probably going to come off too, because again, the Blue Angels don't really fly around with missiles on everything. And then we'll take a look at the vertical stabilizers, real nice. You can see the quality of these things. They got the tape over the wire to kind of hide everything. Ball links all the way around everywhere on this thing, very nice. And this one is a regular type hinge. It's a foam type hinge, but it's laminated. It's a laminate running across there. You see a spar slot running here, so lots of spar in it. Nice plastic fittings to get everything in place for the screws. And then here's where you're going to add your number. You choose your number and put these on. So nice parts, folks. Everything's beautiful. Again, pretty standard for Horizon Hobby and E-flite, how they do this stuff. Our tails, here's our flying tails. They look real nice. Panel lines on them, spar running through there. Nice doubler at the root where this thing will plug right into our axle right there, our pivot point. But really nice. There's panel line detail in it that you can see there. And very cool. Nice and rigid. It's very stiff. So these will be good. These will be good parts. Also, here, let me grab a couple of these missiles. Let's grab over here. Got to reach way over there. Some of the ordnance packages that are on this thing. I believe that this one is for the center because there's a center tank on this thing. Little Blue Angels logo. So, and your wing drop tanks and stuff. I don't know which one's going where because again, it's the Blue Angels, so we're not really going to put missiles and drop tanks and stuff on it. But this is probably the opposite side. I think I don't know if they're side specific or not. We'll see. But let's see how some of these go on. Just slide these into position and missiles and all that. Again, Blue Angels aren't going to fly around with these babies on there. So, but there you go. That's how they'll go on there. Again, the gray version is available at Horizon. So, you know, if you guys wanted to get that gray one, you know, the missiles would be more applicable to that. But hey, missiles slow us down, guys. So, and we want to go fast. So, no missiles for the Blue Angels here. So, and then of course you got your number. You choose your number just like we talked about. You got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you choose the number you want. Again, I may go with 5 or 6, but most people are putting 7 on it just because it's the dual cockpit version. So anyway, guys, that's really about it for the parts review of this thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the missiles and bombs and all that stuff that we are probably not going to use, and I'm going to take all that away. We're just going to make it go away so we can look at the nitty-gritty of all this stuff. I'm going to slide these over. Oh, and the nose cone. Nose cone's pretty cool, just like most airplanes. The nose cone's going to go on here, magnetic. It's just going to pop right on, just like that. And it's pretty nice how most of these are. This is pretty standard, par for the course, with a magnet in there, and they just slip on. Here's our hardware package. We're going to look at how nice this looks. It's got these are the proprietary, tail horns that fit over that tail section we looked at. There's a bind plug in there. There's also wheel collars for that, and then there's a few screws for the wings and everything. So that's really about it, folks. You guys got any questions so far? I'm just trying to give you guys the best detail I can, just like I do with my normal stuff, and we will get this thing going. So someone asked, Gav asked, hey Rich, is the Blue Angel also come as an ARF Plus? Yes, I think it does come as an ARF Plus. Yeah, Gab, yeah, $469, $369, that's the prices on them now. And it's a real nice model. If you guys get one, you please use my links. It does support us. And any questions you guys want to ask, just feel free to ask now, and then later if you guys need help with the plane. We'll have it out here flying pretty shortly. So anyway, let's get this over here. I'm going to get a stand going. Actually, we're going to look at the instructions real quick, just like I normally do with everything. Again, there's our dimensions. 38 inches across, 53 front to back. There's some setup with throws and everything, high rates, low rates, and so forth. There's our motor that we talked about, 2,000 kV brushless outrunner, 100 amp ESC, 13 gram digital metal gear servos, and 6-channel receiver. 4,000 to 8,000 pack. I just can't imagine sticking an 8,000 pack in here. I don't think we're going to need that. There's all our parts, just like we covered. Flip the page here. And there's our assembly. First thing that goes on is the rudder. There's our proprietary horns for the tail with our wheel collars to get our horizontal stabilizer. Really simple. Wings plug right in. You just, make your servo connection there. And then there's our 4 screws for our wings. So pretty simple stuff, folks. Like I said, the Horizon guys, man, that's it. The nose cone goes on, and you're killing it. They're killing it with this stuff. It's so easy to put these airplanes together. It's pretty much, they're making the fastest stuff out of the box, and out to the flying field. So there's all your missiles and bombs that we're probably not going to put on this thing. But we may do a flight with them just for the heck of it. And then here's some of the setup stuff. Once again, you got high and low rates and so forth. I'm not going to put any Expo. I just don't like Expo, but you guys can put it in there, whatever you like flying with. And then your different radio types here. DX9 is what I'm going to be binding this up to. I already programmed a radio with all this stuff, some of this stuff in there anyway, but gear is on switch A, and I think it also said that it is reversed, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, but we'll look at that. And there's the flap system and all that stuff, flap setup. We'll get into the radio here and all that in a second. And then let's get over here. Cockpit, battery, CG. We'll talk about that when we fly. That's the other thing about E-flite stuff. Normally, you just throw the battery in and fly. If you fly the recommended batteries, you normally don't have any problem with that. And then here's your bind with safe mode on and off and all that kind of stuff. So we'll probably bind it up in safe mode just to get that going. There's your transmitter stuff, switch designation. Your safe mode designation. We'll get that set up as we go along. And then neutralizing flight controls, elevator center position, you can see there, just 4 millimeters below that panel line for the leading edge of the stab. And we'll probably talk about that. We may or may not in this video, depending on how long we go with this. And then there's your elevator horns and the adjustment to it. You actually loosen those screws, slide that baby forward and back in the channel, and that's how you make minor adjustments to make sure that they're both parallel to each other. So that's pretty nice. And then let's see, let's get on, see what else is over here. I think that might be about it. Now a little bit more here. They do talk a little bit about dual rates and control throws, and I don't want to go into all that detail right now, but But there you have it. And then trimming, you always want to trim the plane with these AS3X, and then hands off for 3 seconds and let everything neutralize. You want to let the servos kind of memorize their center position so you get full travel out of everything. And I think that's really about it, guys. So with that, let's get this thing together. Let's see what we got. Oh, Fred Barron gave me a super chat, man. I really appreciate that. We appreciate the support. That's helps us pay for the gas, the tolls, the multiple cameras that we are using today. And here, let me walk around. I got the famous FMS stand. We're going to pull this baby up and stick it up on the rack. And we're going to try this out, guys. This is all experimental. We're just kind of winging it through here and doing this. So let me take a look at the chat board here. It's great until you need to fix a servo. Yeah. Let's see. What is the price? Oh, you got all that stuff. Okay, I'm looking too far ahead. Let's see. Lee Davidson's hanger. Can I have it when you're done? Hey, I'm going to have some giveaways. Speaking of that, guys, we're going to be having some giveaways at 20,000. So please like and subscribe, share our videos. The more subscribers we get quickly, we get to 20,000. We're going to have some serious giveaways too. It's not going to be, like a servo or something. I mean, we're going to have quite a few things. I have one personal plane actually I'm going to throw into the pot. That's a one-of-a-kind. That's going to be really cool. So, and we'll talk about that in a future video. So stay tuned, folks. But what I'm going to do first, before we actually assemble, is I'm going to do a couple of things here to the cockpit, just because it's easier to do it without the wings on. And this is how I pretty much normally do everything. I'm using my shelf liner, folks. I just don't like the Velcro. I mean, Velcro is very good, so feel free to use it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's already down in there. But I just don't like having all that Velcro all over my darn battery. So this is another reason why having plastic leading edges, extensions right here. This is a leading edge extension, this whole thing, because you don't ding them when you're doing stuff like this, which is nice. So what I'm going to do is hopefully this does not pull up the wood. Sometimes when you do this, plywood can delaminate and you kind of mess up the battery floor. So you kind of have to be careful doing this. You don't want to pull up so much. You actually want to pull it kind of side, back on itself. So hopefully you don't pull the wood up. And let's see, let's get that all out of there. Let's do this kind of carefully here. There we go, that came up nice. Okay, good. So, and if you have something you need Velcro on, you can stick this baby right to it if you need it. But again, guys, use what you like. Don't necessarily do what I do, but I just prefer, overall to just not have, my Velcro all over my battery. So here's what I did is I actually pre-prepared a piece of this stuff. I'm going to undo this. Let me get these out of here. In fact, let me get this Velcro out of here too. And we're going to undo this. I'm going to kind of pull this through if I can get it to go. Perfect. That's coming through nice. And then let's get this one out of here. Man, that's some good Velcro. Battery's not going anywhere. And in fact, guys, if you're using Velcro to hold your battery in place, you can get by with one strap. But like I do with shelf liner, if you're using shelf liner, to me, one strap's not enough. So that's why you guys see my videos. I'll modify my battery floors a lot because I'm not using shelf liner. I'm not using Velcro. I am using shelf liner. So, all right, here we go. I prepared this piece already. All this is just a piece of shelf liner I cut, double-sided Scotch tape on it. That's it, man. It's just that simple. So I'm going to go ahead and take this thing, and I'm going to pop this baby down in here very carefully. And if we have to get into those screws, we can always just go right through this stuff. It's not a big deal. I'm trying to get my battery thing out of the way. I'm going to run this all the way up to the front. I'm trying not to get in the way of the camera here as I'm doing this. I'm going to stick that right down in there. It looks like I measured that pretty good. You just got to get the width right, so the width and the length are correct, and they go right up to the end there, so you can get the best grab you can get out of this stuff. And let's see, we'll get that down in place. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. And let's see, get that down in there. All right, guys, give me a thumbs up if it's going good so far. I think we're doing okay. We may be getting a little slowdown, but let me know. Just comment if you're getting some choppiness. We've got we got some we've got some thunderstorms in the area, so that might be it. I got to pull this thing out of the way down here. There we go. All right, I got it all in there. All right. Let's see how it's going. Guys are saying it's a little choppy. It might be. Let's see something. All right, how we doing there? Gav Street, thank you. With all the money YouTube's they'd have better video experiences. Well, it gets slow sometimes, folks. Audio is good, video is lagging. Okay, yeah, we may have a little of that, folks, so I'm doing my best with it here. I can't really control that. I may have to go with a direct plug-in. That's part of the reason I'm doing this, is just to see that, just to see how our system's working. So if we're getting stuff slowed down, we'll have to fix that, mess with it later. But there's our battery floor in place, and that's it. Let's see what we got. We're in place here. Yeah, it is showing it's a little slow, but let's see. Receiving to maintain streaming. Open widget. Let's see. All right, we will carry on. And here's what we're going to do. Now, one thing I usually do to a lot of my planes like this, too, is I want to straighten these antennas out. I generally don't like the way those things are. You never want to have an antenna curved like that, at least the end of it anyway. And with this longer antenna, which I'll pull out here, you really just need to make sure that this tip right here is straight. The rest of it you can bend and do whatever. So what I'm going to do is with a little needle here, with a little pick, I'm going to go right across from this baby. This is just how I do this stuff. And I'm going to push in there and make a little hole. Okay, so it's going to open it up a bit. And then I'm going to insert this thing right into that hole. Let's see if I can get it on in there. And that is going to make sure that that antenna is going to stay straight, and it's not going to really go anywhere. So you can see how that is. Now we have a nice straight antenna. I don't think it's sticking out of the side. Nope, it's not. But now you got an antenna that's going to stay nice and straight. And there we go. So we'll get the second one in place. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to kind of pull off all that tape that they put on there. And, you know, if you can reuse it, you can reuse it. In fact, I actually just might do that. A lot of times I'll use 3M Blender, but what I'll always do is I'll take the antenna, which I think you guys can see right here. I'll throw some tape on the tip of it, because that's the part that's really, really important. And again, usually I'll use 3M Blender for this, but since I have this here, I might as well use it. But let's see. And I'll pin that right to the, usually I'll stick it right. Yeah, if I can get in there. I may have to stick my head in there. Let's see here. Get that where I need it there. I will stick that because I just want it on a straight surface. There we go. That's pretty good. That's going to stay on there nice and straight. And it's perpendicular to the other antenna. And I'm actually reusing the tape, so that's actually not too bad. Again, the only part that matters is the end of it, the last, you know, inch and a half or so, the unsheathed portion, and that's you know, that's where you get your reception from. So I have that other piece of tape, so I'm just going to secure it with that other piece that was sitting there. That way I don't have to get any of my own tape out. If that comes off later, I'll resecure it. So now we got two nice antennas perpendicular to each other, one here, one this way, and that is going to reduce the chance of us having a signal problem. So, and that is it for that. So let's see here, take a look. Hey Rich, just heads up that vertical stabilizer might be a little hard to screw in, but most of their new models of the F-18 don't have that problem. Just a heads up. Okay, thanks Gav, I'll check it out. That's what we're doing next, is the verticals, folks. So I'm gonna zoom out here. I'm going to have to dip into my FMS mug here pretty soon because I'm getting a little bit parched here. So let's see what we're going to do. Let's get these tails. I'm going to slide this FMS stand. Also, guys, FMS makes one of the best stands. If you guys hadn't seen one of these, Horizon may have these, I'm not sure. But this stand by FMS is probably one of the nicest stands around. It's got a nice ratchet center so you can really adjust it for height and everything. So anyway, let's get this down there. I think we're in the right place. That looks good to me. Let me grab one of these verticals down here. In fact, I'll grab both of them here. Oh, it's a long reach under there. Let's see, I'll move this out of the way. Grab those down there. Again, guys, it's a work in progress here. Let's see what we can do here. So here's what I do, folks. You don't have to do this, but this is just one of those things that I do. Just so we can make sure we have a very good connection with everything. And I've never had a problem with this. So we'll take a look at here what I'm doing. I usually will take my connections here and using a hobby knife, I'll just very carefully just push those in just a little bit. You don't want to damage them. Just push them in just a little tiny bit to make sure it's a tighter connection. I show these in some of my other videos, and it makes it just a little bit tougher. So makes it a little tougher connection, a little nicer connection when you pop it in place. So we'll get this one in. Let me zoom out here a little bit, and we'll get this centered up just a little bit. There we go. And we'll make our connection here. Let's go. Let's put this in. A lot of times, normally I'll tape this stuff, but I think in this case, because there's such a nice confined pocket, I really don't think that we need to. So secure that in place. And then let's see how this fits. This is my first assembly on this. I never had the gray one, so we're going to kind of see how it goes. I'm going to get this rudder sticker kind of out of the way, label, and then we'll pop that in. We'll see how that goes into place. Looks like it, yeah. All right, no, it's a glove-tight fit. Well, that's perfect. Yeah, not a problem at all. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very impressive. It definitely beats the old days of having a box of wood. Which Wesley's dealing with. No, Wesley doesn't have a box of wood. He's got some cool stuff he's doing. So what I'm going to do, take all my screws and everything. And let's see. It looks like we got our connection back. Now this is a pain. Hang on a second. They stapled it together too. Not only did they Ziploc bag it, but they stapled it. All right, they don't want anybody getting in there. All right, let's see what we got, just so we don't lose anything. Harbor Freight, baby. Harbor Freight's magnetic parts holders. Let me zoom out a little bit here. And let's drop those down in there. There we go, look at that. It's the only way to build, man. It's the only way to build, so let's see which screws. Which ones are these? Hey, Gaff, tell me, which ones are these? The long ones or the short? Actually, they're all the same size. Disregard. They're all the same size. Yep. So let's take two of these. One into here, one into here. We'll get our 2mm metric out. Get those in there. Man, I love these modern planes, man. They fit together so well. Let me see if the holes line up. Maybe that's what he was talking about. See if we can get that in there. Nope, you just kind of wiggle it until that bites. Yeah, you can feel the bite in there. Get that down in there. Yep, it's biting well. Yep, you can feel it. Yep, it's good connection. Very solid fit. Holy moly. Very good. Let's get that in there. Make sure this one's tight. Yeah, very impressive. Nice fit. Wow, excellent. Yeah, it doesn't get too much better than that. That's pretty nice. All right, we'll go with the other one. Flip this baby around. Let's put this way. Let me get some of these other parts out of the way. Slide this on over there. See what we got. There we go. Same deal here, folks. I'm going to take this thing, and I'm going to very carefully push that in just a little bit. Not much, just a hair. Just a little bit. It's easier doing this when it's not on the camera. The idea is by squeezing those together, when the pin fits in, instead of having a connection that's maybe, okay, you're basically squeezing those together. So when you push that pin in, it actually makes a nice bond, a little bit better of a, so you have a better connection. I've been doing this for like decades, and I've never really had any problems. So I've never really had any failures with this kind of stuff. So, or intermittent stuff. And sometimes I've had intermittent stuff, and I go in and do this, and it tightens it up. So it seems to, I just do it ahead of time on most of those connections if I can. So, but anyway, make sure that thing is in there. This is impressive. I tell you, man, E-flite's making some really nice stuff, real precision fit. I mean, there's plastic on plastic connections, both of those places. Fantastic. Just awesome. Let me grab a couple of screws here. Again, I highly recommend get one of these at Harbor Freight. Throw all your screws in it. They're magnetic. Usually there's a coupon for one of these for free, in the model airplane magazines. So if you buy buy something else, you usually get one of those free. So there's usually a free coupon for that. So we'll start screwing these in. Just kind of wiggle it. It'll bite. You can feel it biting into the threads in there. Get the other one in there. All right, here we go. Let's get that going in there. Yeah, excellent fit. Very tight. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I gotta love how this is. And you gotta love these metal threads, metal on metal. And in fact, I'll zoom on in here. You can see how nice they're making these things with these metal threads. You know, just outstanding how nice those brass threads are in there. All right, let me zoom back out. Let me take a look at the question board, see what you guys got going on. Wow, that was super easy, Gap Street. Yeah, that's right. You see, were yours a little tougher, I guess? Because it went right in. I mean, it's pretty slick. Only problem is it shouldn't have armament. Yeah, you're right. But you know what? Just don't put it on. And the missiles, like I said, the lower side missiles, I'm going to cut these off. Those are going to come off. I mean, for now, I'll fly it stock, but those will come off, wingtip missiles, that kind of stuff. Okay, so just for continuity, and just to say I'm doing it by the book here, what was the next step? Where were we? All right, it looks like doing the tails. We did the verticals. We'll do the tails here. So we'll take the two of these babies here. Do one at a time here. Let's see. We'll do this one first. So looks like we need, according to the instructions, one of these babies. Oh, there is a left and a right. So it's kind of idiot-proof. Good. So let's go left. Yeah, they got it labeled here. Look. That one says left. Yeah, and this one's right. If you're not sure where that's at, here it is. See, right and left, right in the middle, right and left. So, yeah, okay. I was going to maybe stick the wrong one in. So, this is the right side of the plane. Yep. So, this should be it. And I believe it goes on just like that. Oh, here, let me do it so you guys can see it. Sorry about that. There we go. You just fit that right in there. Real nice how that goes in. And then to make small adjustments, according to the instruction manual, you just loosen those two screws here and here, and you can do a little bit of sliding of it forward and back to make very small adjustments. So to make sure both stabilizers, you know, are equal. So one's not up, one's not down, that kind of thing. And then we're going to take two of these little screws. In fact, let me look at the instructions real quick, make sure I am using the correct screw. It does show we're supposed to use the round head screw on there. Oh no, hang on, take that back. It shows a round-headed screw on those, and then actually it shows one there too. So, all right, let's see what we got in the screws. Okay, they're all around. They're all the same darn screws. All right, there you go. Again, my first time building this, guys. All these round head screws. There's three for each stabilizer. So pretty simple how that's done. We'll put these both on. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right, guys, give me a thumbs up. You guys like how it's going so far? Usually I film this, you know, all kind of just in one shot and then kind of make a video and edit it. This is the first time I've kind of done it live. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments and stuff if you guys prefer it this way, or if you guys like it when I actually edit it and do it. But this is pretty neat. So you guys ask me questions. Okay, Wild Bill. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's back these off. I'm not going to put these on too tight because I know we may do a little adjustment to it. So let's see how these. I haven't dealt with these before, but you see how it moves forward and back just for small adjustments. So you know, I'll leave it like that for now. I don't need to tighten it or anything. And then let's do the other one while we're at it. Pretty straightforward stuff. This is the left side, clearly, so we'll put the left one on. You want to make sure it's this way and not this way. It may be idiot-proof that way to do it backwards, but yeah, it has to be up against the fuselage, and we'll look at that here in a second. And that's pretty much it, folks. That goes on. Two screws here. All right, Joe, thanks for the thumbs up. EQ, Eric's around. Awesome. And let's see what we got. Let's get... I'm just looking back at the screen, folks. As I tweak this, I might get a monitor or something closer so that when I'm doing this, I'll be able to see the screen a little better. I can see it decently from where I am, and that's about it, guys. We'll get that. Yeah, those are going in nice. Pretty good. In fact, you know what I'll do? Just since these move a little bit, what I'll do is I'll back these off a bit. And I'm going to center them as best I can. Actually, I already got it tight there, don't I? Let's back these off, back these off. What I'm going to start off is just centering it in here. Get it as close to centered as I can. I don't think the instructions say anything about that necessarily. No, it really doesn't. So I'll start with them. I'll center them as best I can. That looks pretty good. And then I'll tighten that down. We'll adjust from there. Kind of see how that goes. Either that, it might be good to go full forward or full back with both of them or something like that. But that looks pretty good. You want to make sure they're tight enough, though, that it's not moving in there, because that obviously is going to change your elevator a little bit here, your deflection a bit. All right, here we go. Let me back this one out again, just a little hair. Again, we'll get it centered in there as best we can. That looks pretty close to centered. Yeah, that looks pretty good, so I'll tighten it up there. Again, just to start off, let's get that down in there. Kind of wish these were metal. These are plastic, but they're pretty tough plastic. It'd be nice if these were a metal. I'd probably feel a little more confident, but they're pretty thick. There's a lot of room in there. There's a lot of surface area. They kind of doubled it here, so there's a large area surface there. So, yeah, nice. Okay, so let's flip this baby upside down. I'll put these aside, and let's get this thing around. Oops. All right, let's see what we got. We'll flip around this way, and very carefully. Yeah, this fits beautifully in the stand without hitting anything. That's nice. All right, so we'll back this off here. We'll get zoomed in on there. In fact, let's see if I can turn this a little bit here. We'll get right, that's probably good enough. I think you guys can probably get the gist of that. Yeah, let's zoom in on that a little bit. All right, so we'll start off with the first one. That's going to go right on like that. And you see how that locks right, or that pivot pin just kind of slides right into place. It's pretty nice. I have not seen a design like this, but it's pretty cool. And then what you have to do is take your wheel collar here and get a screw in there. It shows these going in there, but that doesn't even fit in there. That is odd. Oh, you know what? I might have just learned something here. Hang on. Is that a different size screw? Now that's weird. It almost doesn't seem like that fits. Ooh, strange. All right, well, I will have to mess with that later. It looks like I don't have the right screw, unless there are two that I put in here that are different. Let's see. Let me back off on that. There might be two different screws, but they all looked exactly the same. Here, let me see something. Let's go back. Let me pull these out of here and see that these are different. It's one of those kind of learning exercises. Sometimes you find out something different. There's a different screw or something. Let me see if that's one that goes in there. Nope, they're all the same. It looks like I don't have the screws for those. That's bizarre. Oh, I see what it is. Oh, never mind. My bad. The threads are actually down in here. That's a kind of gotcha right there. Kind of got me fooled there. The threads are actually down into here. Actually, it's not really focusing on that. But the threads are down in there on the shaft. So here's what we got to do. We have to actually take the actual screw itself. I guess it doesn't thread into this thing at all. Yeah, actually there aren't any. What we're going to do is it doesn't thread in this. It just goes through it. So we're going to put this down in here, this wheel collar. It's going to sit down in that hole. It's bizarre. I have not seen one like this. Usually there's always, yeah. You get that in place, get the wheel collar in there, line that up. In fact, I'm going to move this down just a little bit so we can see that a little better. And then let's see, the screw goes through. Here we go. Screw's going to go through this thing and thread into the actual shaft itself. So that's interesting how that works. Here, let me straighten this thing out. Let me see, I got to spin it on there a little bit. Yeah, just get it lined up. Push it in, line it up. Just use a little tool to do that. There we go. Looks like it's centered in there now. Now we can take this. That was weird. I was thinking, man, there's probably a missing part. But sometimes you figure this stuff out sort of as you go along here. But yeah, it threads into the shaft. I have not seen one like that. That's pretty cool. I like how that is. And that's it. It's aluminum thread, so you don't need any Loctite on this. Plus, you don't want to get Loctite on plastic. This is all plastic, and it can be the Loctite will make the plastic brittle if you get Loctite on plastic. So you want to keep plastic as far away from, or Loctite as far away from plastic as you can. But wow, what a nice fit. That's beautiful. It's almost play-free. Really nice. I'm digging that. Here, let's flip this around, and we'll do the other side. Let me get these. Let me reach down here and grab these wings, pull them out of the way here, and we'll get to the second side right here. We'll zoom in on this here. Move the camera just a bit. There we go. I'll move this in the way. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, no, that's a little rocky there. All right, there's our second one. Same deal. Take our threadless wheel collar, which is, again, interesting. I had not seen one like that. That's a first. And we're going to slide this baby in. And I'm going to drop this. I got to back it off just a little bit, as you can see here. I'll try to angle that to the camera. You guys can see that. We're going to drop that in and wiggle this until it kind of pops into place, which it does. And then I need a little tool. Like I said, I'm using my Allen wrench for this. And just spin it around so it lines up. Try not to ding my foam a little there, no big deal. Line it up with the threaded shaft. There we go. Make sure your pin goes in right here. And we'll drop this screw in there. Very interesting how that goes in. Very cool. That's a new one on me, folks. New one on me, but hey, it works. Very cool design. I do like it. It's very cool. Let's see if I can get that in where you guys can see it. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way. Very impressive. I like that. It bites nicely on the aluminum. And man, there's like no play in this, folks. Very, very cool. Well, this one has a little bit in it, but nice connection. I do like that. That's very, very, very robust the way that that is in there. So, all right. And then the next up, folks, we've got our wings. So let me flip this around. Let me zoom out a bit. All right. We're going to go around here, get this up on the where it needs to be. In fact, I'm going to get that off the tail. So let me put this down like that. There we go. And it's time. It's wing time, baby. We're winging it. I'm going to take a 2-second break over here, guys. So smoke them if you got them. I'm grabbing my my jug here, my FMS thing. Grab a drink. Oh yeah, all right, let me read a couple notes here while we're doing that. That's a cool design from Wild Bill. Fred Barron, Joseph Youngblood RC, thumbs up, thanks guys. Pontiac, drop a CA works also, okay. Yeah, Loctite. Well, again, keep Loctite. You always want to keep Loctite off of plastic. That's why you never want to use Loctite like on a plastic servo horn with a screw, you know, to screw the horn in. Because if you get it on the plastic, which you probably are, it makes the horn brittle and then the horn can break. That's happened and then you lose your airplane with that. So just order the Allen wrenches from your Amazon page. All right, man. Thanks, Fred. Appreciate that. On the weak wheel collars. Loctite. Yeah, I don't think you need them, dude. I think it bites into the aluminum. When you have aluminum threads, the threads bite pretty good. You don't really need any. Don't tell me Tucson Mega. Da, da, da. That screw can loosen up. Okay, all right. You know what I sometimes use on threads actually is foam tack. I'll put foam tack on there because it does come off nicely and it doesn't mess with the plastic. Smoke them if you got them. All righty then. I'm going to just because you said so. All right, take a little drink here. All right. There we go. Thanks to my FMS drink holder there. All right, guys. We're back in business. Making some airplanes here. All right, our main spar. Let's see. We'll stick that baby in there. Very impressive assembly so far on this baby. All right, let's get that there. We'll do one wing at a time. Once again, I'm going to do the same thing to these things that I normally do. We're going to use our Allen wrench, or not our Allen wrench. I am going to use my X-Acto just to punch these in just a little tiny bit. You don't want to overdo it because you can damage them, and then it has the opposite effect. Let's put a little tiny pressure on those just a little bit, not much. And again, it just tightens them a hair. I'll usually pull the wires back this way too, so it exposes more of that metal. There we go, that one went in nice. That one went in nice. That one went in, very good. Okay, that's it. So, wings going on. So there's no wing off maneuver, we don't want to have that. All right, let's see. Pull this thing out. Let me check out my display, there we go. We're gonna slide this one on. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna bring it closer and then push the spar in. And as we do this, we'll make these two connections right here. So, all right, let's see, our flap is gonna go right there. Everything is nicely labeled, folks. It just doesn't get any better than this. It's so cool. You guys can see how nice that looks in the viewfinder. It's just a nice thing. The way that they have that all set up, you just make those two connections. Let me slide that, pop that into place. You can also feel when you use your hobby knife to tighten those electrical contacts, you can feel it actually snap in when you put it in. It just has a much more positive feel when you do that. And then the rest of these wires go into this slot, it looks like. So, and it looks like they fit decently in there. Let me see if I can get those going. Yeah, it's a pretty tight pocket, but yeah, there's enough room in there. They'll all fit in there. In fact, you know what? I'm going to grab myself a little tool. You can probably cut those labels off if you really want to, but let me get around this side there. Pop those in place. This is very pleasurable to assemble, folks. Again, this beats the old days when you had a wood airplane. You had to spend the whole 6 months building it or whatever. This is so nice to have something like this. I tell you, for the money, for the $300, $400, $500 planes like this cost, man, it's worth it. Just the time savings alone that you get out of this, it's just awesome. This is cool because this is all. I don't know if you guys can see this, but these are all some really nice plastic fittings. This is all plastic here. You can see right along here, it goes all the way forward. This is one piece. And then this is another piece, and then there's another piece there, and then this is one piece. So it's plastic to plastic, plastic fittings all over. It just makes for such a nice airplane when you have all those fittings. I'm going to move those stabilizers a little bit. I'm going to flip this around. Let me go to the other side here, because we're going to have to screw these in place. I'm just going to pick up the airplane, turn it around. We'll do the other wing real quick. There we go. We'll get the screws in here in a second, but for now we're just going to go with it like this. All right, next wing. Get this thing in place and just slide that in. Very nice fit. Oh, let me do the connectors on this. Did I do these two? I don't think I did these. Let's do those real fast. All becomes a blur after a while. Let's see here. Get these. All right, very carefully pushing those in just a little bit. Don't want to do any damage to that. Just a little bit of pressure. Again, you don't have to do this, folks. This is just me. I've always done this with things. It does seem to make the connection a little tighter. In fact, actually, if you insert them and they feel tight, you can kind of go with it. If they feel a little loose, then you may really want to do this, but I usually just will push on them just a little bit just to tighten it up, and that looks good. All right, we'll get this in place. Let's see, we got it zoomed. Get this wing on. Let's get that to line up. Sometimes you got to wiggle them a little bit. Oh, I love how this goes together. Man, it's just so nice to have this level of quality. There's no doubt that Horizon is bringing it with this stuff. It's just so nice to have such a nicely engineered airplane that you can put together in like no time at all. So very, very cool. Fit and finish is good. And there we go. It's all in there. So let's get this, get those wires in there. You guys see all that still? Yep. We got to tuck all those in place. They all go. There's a big pocket right here, but you tuck all those in. So I'm going to use my Allen wrench just to kind of make sure all those labels and stuff go down in there. Get those to fit. I'll try to tilt it towards you guys a little bit. Yeah, I can't do it here. Let's move it that way a little bit. Yeah, I can do that. Move the camera. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Stabilizers are getting away in the stand here. We get those down into place. Yeah, there we go. Labels are kind of a pain. If you got to take the labels off, take the labels off. But no, it'll actually all fit in there. It shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Get that going. All right. That's it. Nice tight fit. Ooh, about my camera. All right, there we go. So we'll back off of that, and let's screw those wings in place now. So let's see if I can flip this around, get it on the stand without dinging anything up. Here we go. Get this baby rolling in here. Angle these things a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, beautiful. It looks like it fits right on there. Very good. You might want to tilt your stabilizers a little bit here just so the stand doesn't hit them. And that's really it. I'm going to put these screws in here. These are the last 4 screws, folks, and that's about it for the assembly. So you just need your 2mm right here. Again, this is what I've been using for most everything, a 2mm. And then I've had this thing forever, this 5mm metric screwdriver. I've built just about every airplane with this screwdriver. So, all right, we'll get these screws in. 1, 2, and then probably don't need to see all of them. There's 2 more on this side. Same deal. In fact, I'm going to walk around this side here, and I'm going to screw these ones in first. Get those in place. Very nice, nice fit. Gotta love this, man. This is so nice. In fact, this live stuff, if you guys like this, I'll do this more. It actually is kind of nice to do it, just kind of talking through it, and then not having to edit. Editing later, you have to really, it's very time consuming to edit a video. So here, we'll do this. I'm just going to get that to pop down into place. There it is. Let's see, we'll get that one in there. These missiles have to go. I'm just looking at these missiles going, man, that's just not working for me. All right, nice fit. Very nice fit. Very impressed with this thing. Yeah, Horizon guys, they are just killing this stuff, man. They're making it so easy to get an airplane out of the box, trim it and tune it. You don't even have to put a darn receiver in it. It's in there ready to go. The AS3X makes it fly nice. You guys know I'm not a big fan. I have not been in the past of AS3X, but now that I've been flying them, the stabilization is just awesome. It really makes it a little easier to fly. It takes the wind out. I only put them, in fact, I don't put them in any of the planes other than, the ones I'm getting from Horizon here to demo for you guys. But that's it for the construction of this thing, guys. That's it. I mean, you put your wingtip missiles on. In fact, here, let's see. I'll throw one on here. Let me see if I can get, where did I put those? Those I need. But you know what the heck, let's just put them on just for the heck of it. I'll take them off here so you guys can at least see what one wing looks like. But there's our wing missiles. Actually, I just put that on. You guys couldn't see that, could you? Let's see, there's one wing missile right there. Again, just slid that baby on. Let's see, that just goes right in place. Very cool how that goes on. I'll get the one on the other wing. Let me see if I can zoom out here. That's my full zoom out, actually. Yeah, the plane got big here. And then, I don't know how these... let's see, there's a center one, I believe, that goes, up here somewhere. And then I think the wing missiles, I don't know if these are side-specific or not. I don't think they are. But that will be it. You get these things in place. There we go. That's kind of how your whole wing complement looks. And see, we'll look at the fuselage here. There's the center tank. I'll just throw it on so you guys can see what it looks like. It's actually pretty neat. Look at this thing. They actually put a real nice Blue Angels logo and then put like a gas cap on there to fill it, a filler thing. So pretty neat. That goes right here. Comment, guys, I don't know if the Blue Angels, they may actually have a drop tank for traveling, that they put on. I don't really know. Or not a drop tank, but an external tank like this that they fit to go places. But or this may just be a Horizon hobby thing that they stuck on here. So that's not going on so good, but I probably need to tweak that a little bit. But that slides right in and slides back, and that's pretty much for your missiles and bombs and what they look like. So, all right, we'll take those off. Those are coming off. Again, I'll throw these aside, and we'll mess with those later. I'll just get the wingtip missiles on, because that pretty much completes this thing, folks. That's it for the build. We are done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably throw this down on the box. So let me lift this up. I'm going to get rid of this, okay, because zoom is limited here. I'm going to grab the box, and since this is a trial thing, and I've never done this live before, we're just going to stick that right down on the box. Let's see, can we see that a little better there? Yeah, there we go. That looks a little bit nicer. So let me get these things kind of out of the way. I'm going to slide this. There's our plane completed, and we're going to get on to binding this thing. So let me, I'm going to prop something up under this so I can angle it towards you guys just a little bit so we can see the binding process and how that's going to go down. So let me zoom in on that, and we'll see how this is going to go down. So whole airplane is together. Let me go. I got a little checklist here that I'm going to look at that I made of stuff here. So, all right, so we got it unboxed. We looked at everything, assembled it. Let's bind it up in safe mode. So what I did here is you guys might get, here, let me look at some of your messages here. Rich, put a lot of socks on my stand arms. Yep, you got it. That keeps it from getting scraped up. The FMS one already has those nice foam pads on it, though. It's nice. Need missiles for the CG. We'll check that out. Gear is the biggest winner on this thing. Let's see. Great assembly video. Do it again. All right, well, you guys can watch it again. Intelligent assembly, Mary Boozer. Let's see. Time to go to the field and go live with a maiden. Hey, man, if I can figure that technology out, we might just do that. Let's see. Traveling, only not performance. Let's see. Let's see. I like the live builds. Real experience to watch and learn it from you. Great. Get the plane. Okay, good. From you, get the plane. Very good. Let's see. How are you doing, Mary Boozer? No, let's see. Maybe traveling distance and putting on. I'm just reading your messages, guys. All right. Hey, Wesley. All right, here we go, guys. I went ahead and created a little memory for the binding process here. We may get a little interference, folks, when I turn this thing on. So we'll just kind of see how this goes. So I'm going to turn my light off. I don't think we need that right now. But really, all I did is I created a memory. And let's see. I didn't go into expos or any of that kind of stuff. But I did go into, let's see. Let me back out of here. Let me go into the setup menu. And in fact, you can do it two ways. You can press the button and turn it on. Okay. But I'll kind of walk through it real quick. You get this going. Just again, type in a new model, or activate a new memory, and then I'll go into system settings. No, hang on, that's the wrong place. We're going to go into. Shoot, I did that wrong. Let's go. I tell you what, let's do this. Let's go through it this way. Yeah, I think I'm in the right place here. Yeah, I got a little confused for a second there. Let's go in here. All right, we'll press the button. We'll go all the way down here. Yeah, system setup. Sure you want to disable RF? Yes. And then, okay, I was already here. That's right. You want to create a new model memory for sure. And let's go to, let me take a look here. Model name. I went ahead and named it. And then aircraft type. Once you've done that, you want to create one aileron, one flap. It's really just that simple. And then you're pretty much, once you have your model memory there, E-flite F-18, this is my number 51 model on this radio, 80 millimeter Blue Angel. So that's ready to go. Now we can kind of bind it up. We'll follow the whole procedure here. In fact, we'll just do it. We'll just bind this thing. This is the last part right here, the bind plug. So what we'll do is we'll follow through this. I've been using the button lately, so we're going to do this with SAFE Select. So we're going to install the bind plug and turn this baby on. So let's do this. We're going to go ahead and plug this in. Get this baby going. Stick that into place. Let me go zoom in a little bit. And we need a little bit of power. So we're going to take this thing. We're just going to stick it in here. My wire's way back in here now. Find that thing in there. Let's see. We'll stick that in there. There's that. And we will get this ready to go. Okay. Plug that in. We can see our flashing light right down there. Let me zoom in on that. All right, there's that. And then while that thing is flashing, I'm going to remove my bind plug right here. We'll pop that out. I hope you guys can see that. They got one of these locking things on there. I don't know why they did that there. We'll undo that, and then we'll go with our bind procedure. So we'll go ahead and we'll press our button. I'll pull this out, press our bind button, and turn this thing on and let it bind up.
Binding. DSMX 22 milliseconds.
Watching the light. Right there.
Bind complete.
There's our solid light. And let's see, there it is. Things are working. Oh, looks like we have a twitching servo. Wow, look at that. We got a wing twitching servo. That's unusual. Here, let's see. I have one wing that's twitching on me a little bit. Let's see what the ailerons. Okay, that something ain't right there. All right, ailerons, elevator. Well, that's not. Elevators are working okay. We got it bound up. Look at one aileron sitting down. That's kind of unusual. That doesn't normally happen. Let's see. What we'll do is we got it bound up. Let's try. We don't have any flaps set in. Elevator's working fine. Rudder's working fine. But we got a twitching servo. Wow, that's weird. All right, let's do this. Let's see if we can figure out why that's doing that. We are bound up. Let's do this. Let's unplug. That's the first time I've seen that kind of thing happen. And let's try to plug it back in, and we'll see what's happening. We may remove that wing and see if there's a twitch. Sometimes that happens. I usually don't see it with Horizon stuff, but let's see what we can do here with this. That's not fitting in there that good, is it? All right. That does not want to go in there. There we go. Let's see. Let's let it. Oh, it might be because of the. Here, hang on a sec. All right. Let me unplug this thing. Hang on. Let's get this level. We may need to pull that wing off and check it out. Let's see. Maybe a bad servo. That does happen sometimes. All right. Let's see here. Let's get it level. I'll try another bind. In fact, that might be. Pull a different battery just to see if the connector fits better. Let's see. Sometimes these connectors, when they come from the factory, they're a little tight to get in. They got to kind of wear in. Yeah, there we go. Get that in there. Let that AS3X boot up and see if that's an issue. Yeah, we still got a twitchy servo. That's bizarre. Yeah, that's not a good advertisement there. Here, let's see. Rudders are working. Not really getting ailerons. Here, let's see. All right, let's unplug that. Sometimes that kind of thing happens. So let's throw this on the stand. Get this thing out of here. Let's move the box. Go back to the stand. Here, let's see what we got. Put this down right there. Let me pull our battery. It's our left wing that's giving us trouble. Again, that does happen sometimes. Let's see. Oh, we got 74 guys here watching. All right. F-18. That's why I test before assembly. Yeah, sometimes I'll put it on a what is it, a servo tester. But here's the thing, though. When you can screw it in and unscrew it, yeah, I totally agree. I don't necessarily go. But when you got to bury it in there, yeah, you got to test it. So, but to unscrew it, it's not really a big deal. So let's do an unscrew here. Again, sometimes this kind of thing does happen. So let's pull that wing. But the funny thing was that aileron wasn't even working. You know, the other thing too is I could have screwed something up. I could have actually put it in the wrong slot. I might have had something reversed. But let's just let's get in on that and we'll see. Sometimes this kind of thing does happen. Let's see. Let's get this out of here. See if I can get those undone. Again, sometimes this happens. It's all good. Sometimes you got to troubleshoot. Sometimes you got a bad servo. Sometimes you got to call Horizon or somebody and get a new one. This is the first E-flite I've had this year that had actually a bad servo like that. So, or at least a twitching or something. So let me undo this. Pull this out of here. Oh, those popped right out. Let me undo my missile here. Get this thing off of here. And let's take a close look at what we have happening in there. All right, those look like they're connected. That looks good. I don't see a problem there. Look at the connections. Let's see. Yeah, weird. That's the light. That's usually not too much of an issue. But, all right. These look okay. I don't see any problem with these things. Let's make sure I plugged them in the right hole even here. Let's see. The flap did go on the bottom. That was correct. There we go. Again, when you got to glue this in, like I built that MiG, that MiG from Arrows. That thing, man, that had a glue-in tail. So yeah, that's one of those times you definitely want to test this thing. Test the servo before you glue it in. This is not a big deal because you can unscrew it. You can just unscrew the whole deal and real quick and then just get in there again. But when you can't get back in, yeah, you're right. You definitely want to test it. So, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to flip this around if I can. I don't want to secure that yet. Make sure it's make sure it is what it is. So, okay, well, let me reset. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let me go with. I don't think there's any other connections there to mess with. Let's see. All right. Well, that's in place. Pop that in. You know, sometimes you do get one-offs like this with a bad servo, but that's the beauty about Horizon Hobby. You just call them up, and they will correct it for you. I tell you what, I am not having a good time getting all that stuff in there, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to make sure I'm trying to feed. Actually, there is another connection there. That's what's holding me up right there. I got another wire in there. Here, let's see. All right, that looks okay. Is that all the way in there? Yeah, that's got a locking thing on it. So let's do this. Let's get this stuff buried in there in advance. Okay, with the flap on the bottom. Do this. And let's see, I think that's towards the bottom. Yeah, we'll get them pre-buried in there so they'll fit in better. With that there, the aileron on top. Okay, and with the tag in, that's probably a better way to do it. Try and get the tag. If you don't want to do it, I'm going to slide the tag down. That's probably a better idea. Slide the tags down just to make this a little easier. And if we can't boot it up, we can't boot it up. If we got to call Horizon, we may have to do that. That's just kind of how it goes. But again, that's the beauty of it. You get good support from them. So, okay, I think we're good. Let's get this lined up. Make sure our camera angle's still good there. It looks like it is. Okay, we're going to plug flap. Yeah, that's probably a better way to do it, is tuck all that stuff in first. Let's get this in there. Try not to get my head in there too much away of the camera, but I got to see this stuff. All right, there, we'll get that in place. Let's see. There we go. And we should be able to hopefully even pull those out too far. Yep, no. They look like they're going in. All right, we'll cross our fingers. Let's see what it does. If there's still a problem, folks, hey, we'll just kind of end it with that part of the assembly. Let me throw some screws back in because it might just be a bad servo or something. Here, let's get this in here. Get that screw in. Yeah, because beyond that, I can't do much without. Got to take the servo out after that. Interesting jittery servo there. But again, folks, that's RC, man. Doesn't matter who makes it. You always have, every now and then, a servo issue. Now and then, but let's see. All right, we'll flip her around here. And we'll see. All right, let's back this off a little bit so it's not on the stabs. We'll pull this up, get our camera angle a little better. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's throw a battery back in there. Let's get our radio is on. Radio's on. And if we can't get that lined up, what I'll do is I'll unplug that wing and we'll just finish the rest of the, boot up and all that kind of stuff and make sure we got everything going all right. Or at least I'll unplug the aileron and we'll just go with the rest of it. And then I'll just get another servo. So let's plug that in. Let's see what we got. Let it boot up. Yep, still got a bad servo over there. That's what it's looking like. In fact, I'm not even getting my aileron over here. This one isn't even working. I'm getting my, interesting here, let's see. Getting my elevator's good. That's working normally. Rudders are working good. We can't have that. That's a bad way to fly right there. All right, let's do this. Let's try something else. Since I got it plugged in, let me mess with this. This is ailerons. I don't know if you guys can see on that. Let me move this back here a little bit. I'm going to check the connection that's right here. Pull the ailerons out. That might be part of it. Let's try something. Let's try to tighten these up. If they're all not working, maybe there's not a connection, because at least the other one should be working. So, but it's not even working. It's like there's a connection down in there. All right, let's try that. See what we got. Put that down in there. Yeah. All right, let's see if I got aileron. No, I'm not getting ailerons at all. All right, well, let's unplug it. All right, we'll unplug that. We'll pull this thing out of here. And I may have to go down into the floor compartment of this thing, actually, and see what, something's just not connected right. That's a troubleshoot. I'll probably mess with that a little later, just because that's going to be kind of time-consuming on the camera. So let's get this thing here going. Let's flip this around. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unplug. I'm going to do a little more troubleshooting here with it, though. Let's do this. Let's undo this wing one more time. Pull this off of here. I think you guys can probably still see that in the camera. Let's do this. I'm going to unplug the wing or the aileron entirely, because I'm not getting aileron on the other side. It's almost like it's not even connected or something. Put those back in the bowl. All right, we got 88 guys watching. Hey guys, awesome. Let me take a look at the board here. Yeah, it didn't ask anything. Let's see. Let's see, Pilot Ryan, no one pays us scale modeling. Let's see. Check the wire on the receiver. Yeah, that's what I just did, yeah. Let's see what we got. We'll pull those out of there. In fact, let's try this. Let's go without the wing. I'm just going to boot it without the wing. Let's see what we can get here. Go around here. That spar came out. I'm going to boot it with just a wing. With one wing, see what happens. Try that. Let's see what we got here. All right, radio's on. We should be good. Let's plug in. Da, 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 da. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's let this boot. See what it does. Okay, we got 2 flight control checks, but I'm still not getting any aileron. That's the interesting thing. Let's see, see if everything's working still okay. Got elevator. Still got rudder. Not getting aileron, but when I move the aileron, I'm actually getting a little bit of rudder. It's almost like there's a mix in there or something. That's weird. All right, well, let's see. Let's see what we can do next. We will have to, I'm probably going to mess with that later, because that's a lot of stuff. I probably have to pull that floorboard under there and see why we're not getting a connection. That's bizarre. All right, 89 watching. All right, guys. Could be a bad receiver channel, yeah. I'd use this turbo tester on that servo, yeah. Yep, let's see if I got one handy around. Let's see, I'll grab this. I don't know if I got a good battery on there. Yeah, let me see if I got one somewhere. I have a battery here. Let's see if I can find my tester somewhere. All right, thumb through some things here. All right. All right, see if I can find my tester anywhere. All right, just thumbing through some things here, folks. See if I can find that thing. All right. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Got my tester. Let's see what we got here. All right, guys, smoke them if you got them here for a bit, and we'll see what we got. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'm plugging in a few things here. Let's see here. All right, here we go. There's our plug-in. So our aileron servo is working okay. And since the other aileron's not working, I'm thinking it might be a bad Y harness or something. That's working. Let's try the flap out. Let me see. If I wiggle this, is it doing anything? That's another thing. No, it doesn't seem to be. I think I was messing with this. But no, it's working okay. Servo tester shows that's working okay. So let's plug in the other one, the flap. And let's see if the flap's working okay. That's strange. Not getting anything on the flap. That's bizarre. I wonder, no, it's not that wire. Very interesting. I'm not getting, no, actually that's neutral. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not getting anything on the flap. That's interesting. Yeah, we're not getting anything there. So let's see here. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back. Oh, actually, I got it plugged in backwards. My bad. That happens sometimes. Let's see. Won't cause any problems. Let's try that. Nope, we're doing good. You just got to plug it in properly and it'll work. And here we go. Servos are fine. I'm thinking because the other side isn't working, I'm thinking it's a Y harness or two that are not great. So those are all working just fine. Let's neutralize that. Nope. Let's go down to auto mode. Servos are good, folks. Servos are good on the wing. I'm thinking it's a Y harness or something. So let's pull the other one off. Let's do this. I'm just going to leave this thing rolling. I'm going to go in from underneath, actually, and just pull this apart. Just I think you guys know where the screws are now. Let's undo this. Let's undo this here. See what we got. Sorry, guys, didn't plan on a whole troubleshoot. This thing should work without having this problem, but hey, man, it does happen sometimes. Let's put those down. Pull this off of here. There we go. Get this out of here. Same deal. Flap. Oh, those are good. Oh, you know what? I bet you I know what it is. I bet you these were backwards. Ah, figured it out. They went in that way nicely. I think that's what it was, guys. I think I had the wires in backwards. They weren't going in. They went in fine one way, but actually both ways they go in fine. So here, let's do this. That could be a simple mistake there. Word to the wise, that could be all it was, man. So let's pop this back in. Let's get these wires in place. I'll run the flap right here. Again, that might be just assembly error there. Looks like I had those in backwards. That's probably what it was. Let's see. And they have it labeled and everything. So let's see what we got. Let's get this in place. See if that goes in. Interesting. Usually the one-way connector prevents that, but it did not. Very interesting. So let's pop that in. We'll get this one in place. Let's go minus in there. There we go. Pop that in there. There we go. That's the first time I've actually seen that kind of thing happen. Normally you can't even put the connector on. So let's get that in there. Let's see if we got aileron control. Here, let's plug, let's undo this. All right. Get that booted up. I think we might have it. That might have been all it was one side backwards. Normally the servo connector won't even go in that way. The other thing too is, guys, is I usually have no glasses on when I'm doing this, but I actually have contacts in and I'm using my reading glasses, so call that an old guy thing. Let's see if this will boot up. Let's see if that'll go. There we go. Got an aileron control. Yeah, beauty. That's all it was, folks. That's me and my old guy glasses not being able to see the way it's actually connected in. So let's do this. Let's pull this apart. Let's get this wing back on. And see if we can finish this up. So here we go. We'll get the flap one on the bottom, aileron on the top. So that's ready to plug back in. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in. I'm going to walk to this side, actually. And yeah, I think it's just polarity. I think I just had it backwards. It actually fit in. That's unusual. It actually fit in backwards. Very unusual. I have not made that mistake before. But, you know, good thing is it's not a game ender. Normally I'm building these without my glasses on, and I can see very sharp. I got very sharp vision without my glasses on. And then when I have contacts in, which is what I have in right now, like my vision's not as good as when I don't have glasses on, if you can imagine that. So, but reading glasses they suck. Here, actually, I just popped the two of those out. Back again. Let's put them back in. There we go. And then we'll get that, pop that back into place. I think we're almost good here. Let me just get that in there. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's all in place. We'll lock those down. All right, we're cool. We're good to go. Let's get these screws back in. Let's go in from underneath here. Let's see, we got everything working? And we'll throw that in a second. There we go with the screws underneath. There we go. Drop these in. All right, that one's in place. Get this one going here. All right. All right, those are in, rather than me flipping the model over again. There we go. Grab these two screws. Get these ones underneath here. Beauty. These going underneath. All right. Get two of these in there. All right, let's see. Get our last missile rail on, let's see. And let's fire it up and see what we got. We should be good. All right, we'll get that battery in there. All right, here we go. Fire it up. There we go. Plug it in. Watch our flight controls. See what we got. That's it. I think we're good. Let's try our ailerons. Ailerons are good. Elevator's good. Rotor's good. Yeah, very nice. Everything's working nice. So, disaster averted. All right, 82 watching. All right, awesome. Wow, that plane looks great. Sad getting old. Yeah, it does, man. Cali RC pilot. Many old parts are here. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Well, again, see, here's the thing. I have razor sharp vision when I'm looking at stuff like that when I don't have glasses or contacts on. But as soon as I put contacts in and I have to use these things, I can't see as sharply. So when I build this, I usually don't have contacts in, but this I do just because, you know, I don't like wearing my glasses all the time everywhere. So, but everything's working well. Everything's nice. So here's what we're going to do. We'll go into our flat menu here, and we're going to set in exactly what the book says. So we'll go right in there, and we'll get our flap system set up. We're going to activate that on this switch. So once we get into that menu, we're going to assign the switch, and then we're going to go right into there. So our flap position in position 1 here, we'll go ahead and activate that. Let's see if we can get those flaps up. I'm going to look in the manual, actually. I want to compare it to what the manual says, just to see how close of a setting it actually is. Let's pull the manual out just to see how close we get on this thing. I'm not going to go into all this too much detail, but let's see. It calls for, let's see, now that's the DX8 flaps, at minus 150 and plus 100, 6% and 10% on the elevator. So we're going to go all the way to max here with that, and that's pretty standard. The flaps need to be at 0 for that, which it looks like they pretty much are, and if they're not, you just have to make kind of minor adjustments to that. So we will go, let's go 6% on the mid. I think it called for 6. And then, or minus 6, I should say. Minus 6. That's important because of the pitch up or pitch down. These pitch down. So let's go 100% there. And I usually always use 2% on the speed also. They use 2% also. So we'll see how that works. There's 100. We're going to go to speed. There it is. We'll go to 2. There we go. Let's go to 2. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at how our flaps are working. Looks like they're working nicely. Very good. Looks like we have our elevator to flap mixing's working nice. That's the beauty about Horizon. They have really nice setup stuff that generally seems to work. And then, of course, we're going to want to go back, once we get, get the plane on a table or something. Then we'll want to kind of see, is everything lined up across the bottom? We'll probably throw it on the bench and we'll take a look at it. But I think that is mostly it for the assembly. One other thing you do want to do right away, which I probably should have done immediately, was just set in a throttle cut. So I'm going to go to the throttle cut. That's usually the very next thing I do. But our little maintenance issue caused us an issue. So I'm going to activate a throttle cut. I like to use this switch right here, so I'll activate that. And what I'll do is, if you have a propeller, you definitely want to have the propeller off. But what I'm going to do for sure is I am going to go ahead and select. Let's make sure, let's see if I got some power coming in. No, I don't. So we'll go down to the low setting. That's where our power's working. So what I'll do is, on my position 2, I fly with my switch here. Okay, I lean my finger on that so I know I'm flying like that. I never flip this switch. So I lean on that. That's my power on mode. So I'm just going to go right here and make the number 2 position 0, or I should say white. The other 2 I'll make black. So here I've got power. In the other positions, no power. That's just for me. Set it on what switch that you like, but definitely get your throttle cut set in there right away so you have that working for you. And that way we can flip that switch right now. And I'm hopefully not going to go launching off my bench. So I did forget to put the nose cone on, so let me zoom over to that real quick. We're just going to throw that in place. That's pretty easy. Again, magnetic on there. And then let's see if there's any other setup. Assign a safe switch, and then we'll do rates and throws. So assigning a safe switch is pretty simple. We'll take a look at the control throws as I do this. You're really, all you have to do, and let's hope this works. Sometimes this is a quirky thing. You have to be in 100%, which is why I don't set in any expo or dual rate or any of that stuff yet until you assign your safe switch. I usually use this for my safe select mode. So just, you put your sticks to the middle and cycle this 5 times. And that little twitch in the controls is what is indicating to you, we just heard that and saw that there, that's indicating to you that we're now in safe mode. So, and you'll see, feel, and hear a little twitch when you come in and out of safe mode. Safe is usually in the upper position. That's your wing leveling and pitch leveling mode. And then the lower 2 positions it's off. It's just in stabilization. Now, there's no stabilization, as we know, until we come past quarter throttle, which I can do really quick by holding the airplane. Okay, knocked some stuff over there. But now we're in stabilization mode, and you can hear the flight controls stabilizing. The difference is when safe mode is off like this, the controls always return to center, even in the bank, okay? But when we're in safe mode, when we go into a bank, they hold their position because they're trying to return the plane constantly to level. Same thing with the pitch, it all works that way. So I don't really use safe much, but I program it in there just in case I need to use it. It's one of those things that, in the event of, let's say you got a bug in your eye and you lost sight of the airplane for a second, you moved your head and you're like, where's the plane? You could quickly flip this back up and it should level the airplane and right it and give you time to find it, that kind of thing. So on a plane like this, it's not really a beginner function. I know some guys use it for takeoff and landing, but I found sometimes the safe mode works fantastic. Other times I've turned it on and the plane has actually dove on me or done something funny. So, don't use it as a crutch, but use it if you need it, and try it first. When you go up there and fly, get it up level high, turn it on, make sure it's not doing anything crazy, and then you can start really relying on it. So whatever you do, don't rely on the automation, so much. If anything, just fly the plane and, do it yourself. Do some of that pilot stuff. So anyway, and then we can go under rates and throws, folks. The rates and throws on this are pretty simple. Let's take a look here. They do show rates. Let me turn my throttle off so we don't go launching across the room. Let's see what we got. We got throttle cuts. Dual rates. high and low, okay? 170, almost every Horizon plane, free wing plane, pretty much is that way. So I'm going to go in there, and they usually work really well, so I am going to set those, and they do tend to work real well. I use opposite switches, so I will use this one for aileron, and I'll use this one for elevator, because usually elevator is a little more critical. I want to be able to get to my elevator rate without taking my hand off this stick. So for pitch sensitivity reasons, or if I'm coming out of a dive or something, or if I want high or low, it just makes more sense to me to do it. So for aileron, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a switch here, and by activating that, I'm going to flip the switch I want for my aileron rate, so it's selected F. I'm going to activate that. And for my high, we're in 100, and then I'm going to activate, I'm going to go to this dual rate setting here, and in my mid and lower position, I'm just going to go right down to 70. Again, this is just a book value. This is what they want, what the book shows you to set. Go down to the lower position on the switch again, go back to 100, and this is usually how I set up my planes. You guys may have a different way of doing this, but this is kind of how I do it. So, high position, we're 100%. Mid and lower, those are low rate positions. So, same thing with the elevator. We'll back out. We'll go to let's see. We'll go to elevator right here. Activate that. Go to elevator. Same thing. We're gonna go down to activate the switch. Press that. I'll flip the switch for it. It'll assign switch C right here. I'll press it. Oop, I just kind of tapped it there. Let's do that again. C is the position. You can screw that up, and you can mess up and assign the wrong switch. So make sure you're careful with your finger movements and stuff. So once again, I'm going to go to my middle position. I'm going to assign 70%. There it is. I'll go to my low position. Again, 70%. There we go. So now our rates are set up. I got high at 100 and my lower two positions at 70%. So those are my aileron, my elevator rates, 70 and 100. So we're good to go. And that's really about it for the setup. I'm going to get the landing gear down here and check that out, because the landing gear is one of the coolest things on this. Let me do this. Let me unplug this real fast, and let me secure the battery down with a strap with our super fine shelf liner down there. Let's see, we'll get that in place. Some of these things work better than others. I'll pull this out of here. I'll tell you, whoever invents a better way than straps to put a battery in is going to be wealthy. So I've really never liked straps and Velcro, so I got rid of the Velcro part, but it'd be nice to have a little more of a concrete way to do this. But anyway, here we go. That's just me. So I'm going to strap this baby down in there so it doesn't move around. And I'll mess with the CG later. We're not going to really talk CG in this video. This is just assembly, setup, getting it ready for flight, and I'll check the CG later. We'll talk about that during the flight demos, because I'll do some of those. And let's see, we'll get that in place. Let's plug this in so nothing goes haywire. Here, let's see. Ooh, I might have to do that the other way. That may not be long enough. Here, let's plug that in. Actually, I have to go the other way, don't I? Let's do that. Little learning curve on this airplane. Yeah, we're going to have to go the other way. I was kind of hoping to be able to do that, but here we go. Let's pull this thing up. We'll try and do this without totally undoing these, but I don't know if this plane will let me do it. Let's try. We're going to try to put this in. All right, here we go. Oh, let me get this centered, guys. Sorry about that. Get our strap in. Let's get this down. All right, my bad. Let's see. Get this going. All right, here we go. Slide this baby in. All right, we got that in position. Let's see, man, well, always be on the great, let's see, great cornholio. Bye, everyone. Nice video, Rich. Looking forward to your maiden. Be safe. Cali RC, thanks for watching. Anyone in the UK with this jet yet? All right, let's see. Some miles just like to add a touch of Expo. Yeah, put it in the Expo if you like it. That's for sure. I just don't like the Expo. Show us the gear, Rich. Gab, I'll be putting it down here in a second. That's what I'm trying to do. Clearly, you got to put this battery this way. I usually like to do it the other way, just so that's a straight line instead of a jumble of wires, but that's okay. Some planes are different than others. Put that in place. There it is. And we'll do this. Put this one in. All right, here, we'll get that all the way down in there. There we go. That's secure enough for now. Let's plug this in. Yeah, you gotta have it in backwards like that. There we go. All right. Let it boot up. Flight controls are setting themselves. All right, very cool. That's it, guys. We're pretty much ready to fly. I'll do an off-camera check of a few things, you know. Our antennas are set nicely in here. We've got our shelf liner down in there. Everything is working. Let's do a quick landing gear check. I think it's got some of the nicest gear around. Really, I've always digged how nice the gear is on this thing, even though I have not flown it yet. I haven't had a chance to. So, in fact, let me get this. This is going to be hard to stabilize. Let's do it this way. I think that's going to be a better way to set it up on here. All right, very neat. All right. All right, gear check. Let's go. Gear down, baby. All right, let's see. Let's let it come down. It may need to cycle here or something. All right, here we go. Nice. Very nice. I like that. Very slick stuff, folks. This is looks like this is all metal stuff. Not a lot of suspension in this. There's a little bit, but it's really meant for the plane to settle down here. You want it to completely settle. You don't want it to be partially sprung. But very cool gear overall. Very, very slick. Let's cycle it again. All right, very good. Let's get to the, let's reverse it, because I actually reversed it. The instructions showed to reverse the thing. So let's see. I guess we don't have to. Let's go back. Yeah, the instructions show a reverse on that because I want the switch going down when this happens. So let's go to let's go to reverse. There it is. Yeah, gear. We'll swap that. So gear down, switch down, gear down. That's typically how I fly and many people do. But really nice overall. Nose wheel steering's good. Very cool landing gear on this thing, folks. Yeah, dying to fly this. Been watching this fly the last year or so. Very nice model. Very cool on the landing gear. And just totally digging this thing. Very, very cool. Everything's working okay. And what we'll do, guys, I think I'm done mostly with the building of this thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it on the tabletop, and we'll take a look at a couple of things on it. And we'll see it's kind of in a better glory here on the tabletop. So what we'll do is I'm going to swap a few things around. I've got all my tools here, so let me just switch a couple of things, and I'll swap camera angles for you guys and get back to kind of normalcy here. So let's do this. I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to get this box out of the way. Let's see here. We'll throw that there. And if you guys are ready, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pick this baby up. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to swap the camera angle here. Let me go back here. And I'll get you back to the second camera, folks. Let's see, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock, not bad. I thought this would go actually a lot longer than that. But let's try this. Let's go back to our regularly scheduled program here. Let me transition this thing around here, folks, first, so we got a good angle, because I had to move my camera there just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I think we're back in business there. And let's swap it around. And here we go. We'll transition back. You guys got me here? All right. Let me know if you're seeing everything good. Again, guys, this is all experimental today. Trying to see if we can see what we can see here. So you guys got it okay? And here we go. It's time for the reveal. All right, here we go, guys. We'll get it on the table here. There she is. There she blows. Very, very cool, folks. All right, let me step over here. Step back without getting in the way of my jumble of wires. So, all right, got everybody here. Let me take a look and see what we got. and see if you guys can see okay. Still got good audio. All right, guys, if you guys still got good audio and everything is good, give me a thumbs up, because again, this is sort of a test run of my camera stuff today. See how everything's working. And it went together beautifully, as you guys can see. I think with the exception of that one glitch there where I plugged it in wrong, you know, my bad. But you know, hey, you know, sometimes you can't see it right, you don't get it in there right, but you know, hey, that's my bad, not Horizon's, that's for sure. So let me back out of this. We are still plugged in, we're good. We're checking all of our rates, throws, travels, very nice model. And flaps are working well. Nice airplane, folks. What I will always do next from here is I will take the airplane, and here's where the flight controls all get checked. You got to like that landing gear. That is slick. In fact, while we're doing this, and I got my notes here, I'm going to pull my nose cone off because I want to go a little closer to this wall here with this. There's a nice plastic tip on this thing, so you can't really ding it up. But here's the part where what you want to do next is sight down your flight controls, okay, from the back here. Make sure everything is lined up. You're neutral. These are neutral. Your rudders are neutral. And if you have to, you really want to have a set of ball link pliers, and you unclip them, turn your ball links, and get everything centered as best you can. It's all in the manual. We looked at that at the beginning of this thing. Make sure everything's all centered up. And then you're going to check all your throws. Make sure they match up with the book, you know, at 100%, at 70%. Same thing here. And then, of course, in the manual does show that you want to have this, I think it was just a few millimeters below that panel line. And I'll set that later. We'll mess with that. I'll trim and tune that a little later. They look pretty good. They look a little bit right on the line. Yeah, they both look the same. So I will probably end up trimming that with a little bit of elevator trim. That's probably all I'm going to need. Or we'll use those two screws back there. But really, really cool jet, guys. I'm impressed. It went together, as you guys can tell from watching the video. It went together really well. I love these doors. These doors are the bomb, especially these nose gear doors. Let's see. I think we're getting a little bit of lag here, folks. We may have to go with a direct connection of sorts here. I am showing some lag here. All right, let's see. Are we still in there, folks? But look at that nose gear. Look at those doors. Look how nice those things sequence. In fact, I'm going to hit them right here so everybody can take a look at how nice those sequencing doors are. Look at that. Look at that nose going up. Look at those two doors up front closed. Watch this. That's sharp. That's really, really nice. I definitely got to hand it to Horizon for making such nice gear, nice doors. Just beautiful. Very, very cool. So we'll be getting this out here in the next couple of days. Once these hurricanes, we're in a tropical depression, I think, over Florida right now. It's just been raining all day long. So, but very slick. Beautiful rendition, folks. Love that landing gear, the way it hangs down. And it really doesn't cushion the blow of the landing too much. It maybe does a little bit, but mostly it's meant just to settle down. And then your nose comes down and, you know, your landing is good. Very cool. Let me get a little close up here. You guys can see how nice that landing gear really is. It's pretty slick. Very awesome. And it's flawless. This thing so far is pretty much flawless out of the box. You know, except for plugging in wrong wires. But hey, like I said, you know, that happens. Learning experience, learning curve all the time. But very cool landing gear, very cool doors. I'm pretty sure that a lot of this is, some of this is plastic, some is metal. I think the main section is like a die-cast metal. Same thing with the main gear struts. The main gear struts here are really cool metal. Very, very sharp. Very well made, and it's the right color. It's so nice that they're white, but just awesome, folks. Ball bearings supported in the front wheels at least. I'm not sure about the nose wheels, but very cool. Very, very cool. Like it, man. Dying to get this out there. I can't say enough good things about this. It's pretty darn sweet. So we'll get this all on down there. Yeah, man, I like it. Can't wait till the weather clears up. Let's get this thing kind of angled a little bit. Actually, we'll leave it like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, guys, any questions anybody has about this? Let's see. Let's see what we got. I will always be a kid. Cali RC Power. All right, there's Captain Photon. All right, look, Field 12, Vector. Let's see who's there. I missed out on. Okay, pay it forward. Good job, Rich. That was awesome, Rich. Captain Photon, thank you. Yeah, man, I'm happy with this thing. Very, very nice. Live with Rich is the way it is, brother. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no worries. They went together great, guys. This thing fit together beautifully. And we got some good detail in there, folks, for everybody to see. And you guys can get back into this, into the video and see how it goes together. We'll get some flying done of this. Very clean model. Very impressive. Just got to get the remaining missiles cut off of it. The lights are sharp. I don't know if you guys can see the lights there on the wings. We've got a really bright wing light right there. I'll angle it this way. It's so bright, it's just kind of shining. And then, of course, you got the green one down there. That will help with orientation big time, even when you're in a bank. I think when it's level, they're probably not even going to be visible, but when you're in a bank, you'll be able to see those lights very nicely. So, and I think that's all it's got is just those two on there. I don't think there's a landing light. I would have liked to have seen a landing light. That usually adds to the sharpness of the whole thing. But let's see what else you guys got. Let's see. It's not the mileage outside. It's the mileage inside. Yeah, it is. As you said, better to record and edit. As you said, better to record and edit the video before we see it. No, guys, this is the reality of things. This is how this goes down. Sometimes you have issues like this, but again, that was my fault, guys. That wasn't anything. That was not anything that came with the model. I was just plugging it in backwards. But I'm surprised they went in. I'm surprised they went in that way. They fit right in. All right, you guys saw the gear. Let's look and see what we got here. Better set it up and not needed than to set up and go drilling for oil. Yeah. Well, you couldn't have flown it like that anyway. So let's see. I've seen jets fly off tables because they bump the throttle. Yeah. Well, again, that's why the safety is on, so we can't go launching. Rich, they need to make a gray one in ARF plus. Well, the problem with gray is cool, I guess, but I don't really like gray airplanes because you can't see them. Remember, fighter planes are painted gray, or they are gray, whatever. So, they're harder to see. You don't want the enemy to see you when you're flying a fighter plane, So, but a lot of guys like to customize, but that's the beauty about Horizon Hobby airplanes, E-flite, and FMS airplanes. They're meant to get you out of the box fast and flying, period. No stickers, no decals. I'm going to put 2 stickers on the tails for the number, but I like actually not working as much as I can and going flying. So, but yeah, they do have the gray one. Well, the thing is you can get the gray one, I guess, and paint it, and you'd be good to go. Let's see, just personal preference on some models. I'd like to add a touch of Expo. Yeah, put the Expo in if you want it, guys. Fly it the way you like it. I'm just not an Expo flyer, Let's see. Where I got tons of thumbs up here. Where are those at? All right, let's see. Got tons of thumbs up. Let's see where those are all out. Let's see. Yeah, thanks, guys. Let's scroll through this. Do show the flying from the grass, do you think? Yeah, I'll do a grass demo. It probably will fly off the grass. Wheels are big enough. It probably has the thrust to do it, too, so we'll go off the grass. EQRC, all right, every thumbs up. Audio's good. Everything's rocking, sir. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys, so I can kind of follow what's happening. And I think what I might do next time, though, is I might go, guys, with a direct connection. I can plug this straight into my high speed instead of having streaming everything, because I'm streaming everything on this. We have at the house here we've got 1,000 megabytes per second, so probably everybody's downstairs surfing and stuff. So we've got a fiber optic cable running all this stuff. So Let's see. Kind of no light. Yeah, there's no light. I think it's a no landing light. You got it. Been lagging for ages on and off. Okay, I'll probably do a direct connection next time. That's good to know. Thanks, Joseph, for that. Jet Tech. All right, let's see. You got the need for speed, Tomcats. Yeah. Hey, Rich, they should include 2 different canopies with the airplane. So one canopy is a single-seater. Yes, that's a good idea. They used to do that at, what was that other place? Oh, God, what was that place called, that RC place? They used to have 2 cockpits so you could do that. Yeah, that would be nice if they would do that. Great looking plane, nice dry build live, and she looks awesome. Thanks, Fred. Appreciate that, guys. Thanks for any and all super chats, guys. I think I got one from Fred. I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Again, guys, no need to super chat. I do appreciate it if you do it. It does support us. But, you know, again, I'd rather you guys save your money and get a plane like this. If you guys get one, just use our links. If you use my link in the description below, it's like automatically at no cost to you guys. It gives us a little cut, and that we appreciate that. Me and Steve. Let's see. Let's see. Hi, is it? Yes, it's an EC5 connection. So yes. How does it compare to the Freewing F-18? Good question, Wales Flyer RC. I have to fly this first. I can honestly say, though, that, you know, the Freewing plane, there's a new Freewing Hornet out now. There's a version 2 or whatever that has newer tail servos, newer flaps, so I don't think it's got any issues. I did have to bypass my blue box because I was having gremlins with flaps and ailerons coming down at the same time with the aileron movement and with flaps. It was weird, so I ended up bypassing my blue box to resolve that, and it all went away. And I needed to put stronger tail servos in it, and I needed to, what else did I do? I think I put better flap servos on it, but they already took care of that. So the 2 planes are very similar, other than this is 80 millimeter. That one's a 90. That one has a higher KV or a more powerful motor in it now. So they're probably about a wash. But I will say this. If you want to be out of the field flying fastest with the least hassle, this is all the E-flite stuff. The Motion RC stuff, the Flightline stuff, as great as that stuff is, you have to put your own receiver in it. Not a big deal, okay? But you usually have to do some trimming and tuning, whereas most of that stuff is actually done for you in the manuals. This plane is meant to get out of the box, and my assembly time on this was not very long, as you guys saw in that video. And aside from me plugging in the wires wrong, I mean, there's 10 screws to put this thing together, so no big deal. I think the Freewing plane, I think you just glue the hatches on. I don't remember. I think I like the size better of the Freewing, but this one actually is easier to transport. So, you know, again, it's about a wash. It just depends on what you want. But this is easiest out of the box. And I won't know about the landing gear till the flight demos, so we'll see how that works. I've seen videos of it. It seems to land well and take off well. So, no, system's not idle. It's barking at me here. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, but get what you like. This size is nice, and I'll comment more on it when we fly it. So, you know, stay tuned for the flight videos, folks, when we get those out. But I have both airplanes. Yeah, I'll talk about it. After I fly it, you know what we might do? I might do a comparison video of both of the F-18, or both of the Blue Angels Hornets of these two. Maybe we'll do a video of that and we'll talk about it. I got to tell you, the landing gear on this airplane is way more scaled than the Freewing, especially these doors and like little things like these antennas up front. They're already on this plane. That one you have to glue them. So again, this is more prefab, quicker out of the box and out flying. I do like a lot of the plastic parts. Like this one has leading edge extensions that are plastic. The Freewing does not have that, so you can ding these. You can try to ding these all day long, and you're not going to. On the Freewing, it's real delicate. You got to be a little careful with it. So it's about a give or take on the two of them, though. I love flying my Freewing plane, but you know this plane, right out of the box, it's just a little faster out of the box to get it to go flying. And plus, that one, like I said, was the older version, so I had to do all kinds of stuff to it to get it up and rolling. So let's see. Left is red. Rich, did you add the afterburners to that plane? This one? No, not yet. I'll probably talk to Guniak Ray about that and maybe maybe do that. So, Rich, I mean the other one that has the red vertical stabs because I like the scheme more. Yeah. I mean that's cool if you like that. I'm a Blue Angels and Thunderbirds junkie, so I would rather fly around a souped-up, spangly paint job, airplane that I can kind of see a whole lot better. I just think it looks sharper. I mean, gray airplanes are cool. That's kind of normal. Air Forces fly gray airplanes, but I like the ones that have sport-type paint jobs on better. I just think they look cooler. Let's see. All right, hello world. Someone's from Russia there. Let's see, Mary Boozer. Hardwire, never Wi-Fi on streams. Also, you're bind your airplane, it will crash the stream. Yeah, that may be kind of what was causing it, yeah. And I'll probably hardwire. I have a wire here. Let's see. Thank you for showing us all the info. Like the plug and play and ARF kits. Haven't done a full kit. I've done a bunch of ARFs. I do prefer plug and play. Let's see. Where is that? That just skipped on me there. Rich, for your maiden, you got to use takeoff flaps no matter what, unless you're at RCACF field. But flaps help a big time. Yeah, I usually always take off with flaps with a jet. And actually, in the real world, a lot of airplanes won't even take off without flaps. You've got to have flaps to take off. You need that positive, because a lot of these planes don't have a positive deck angle. This one probably is. I'd have to do a measurement with it. Let's see if I have, here, you know what I can do? I can measure from front to back right now. And we're looking at right here. That's about where it is. Let's go to here. Yeah, this one has about a 0 deck angle. So when you got a 0 deck angle like that, yeah, you're going to need flaps or do something to the gear. But again, that's why they did this. That's why they had this thing, the way it is, so it settles down. And we don't have a condition where the tail is way up in the air. So, but anyway, here, let's see. All right, let's see. Looking to get the FMS P40B, what type of connector does FMS use? They usually will use a Dean's type, but then they went to EC3 or probably EC5, probably EC3. But now I think they're using an XT60, so you may have to adjust that or whatever. So you may have to remove it and put another one in. So anyway. Looking to get the FMS P40B, Fred Barron, got to go and get some work done. Fred, thumbs up, best regards. Thanks, Fred, I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see. Don't forget to screw up the screws on the elevator. Yes, I will do that. That's I'll go through this thing after this and make sure it's all good. Finally, I can watch this in Sweden. Thank you very much. Owen said that. Yeah. In fact. Is that because, Owen, is that because of the time frame that I'm doing it at? Is that what it is? Yeah, let me know. And we're going to try and do some more like this so you guys can see this stuff. So let me go full picture out. So, all right, still 69 folks here. I think I'm going to just about wrap it up. Hey, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming to watch this thing. This thing built beautifully. Also, Horizon is having just a couple notes here. In fact, I have a couple of things on my notepad here. Let's see. A couple of things. Horizon is having a sale right now. They've got some really nice planes that they are selling that are at a really good price. So, some of those planes, if I can throw one up here, yeah, I don't know if it's going to let me do this. I'll try. My picture thing was not working out that great before, but I will try it again. Let's see if I can get that up there. Transition, let me transition that over. The F4 Phantom, I'm flying that thing religiously. It's just an awesome bird. You assemble it with 9 screws. It's on sale right now, folks, just like I said in the last stream. If you guys want to get one through Horizon, please use our links. I mean, it's $337 or something like that, I think, on sale now. So, it is the time to get one if you want one. It's a bulletproof airplane, just like this one, assembles with a few screws. That's 9 screws. This one went together with 10 screws. So same family of great airplanes that, again, just a couple of screws. Yeah, the F4 is cheap. That's what Pontiac F says. Yeah, I mean, it's the way to go. It's a good deal on that airplane. I do like the fact, Wales Flyer says, I do like the fact that E-flite comes straight out of the box with AS3X tables. Yeah, I mean, you can't beat that. Also, you know, this plane, the Phantom, AS3X is installed, folks. So it's, again, you can't beat it. You don't even need to wire anything. You know, you just got to get the wiring right. That's all. Let's see. What else do we have? A couple other announcement type stuff. I want to thank everybody really for using our links. I know the last couple, I've only done 3 streams now. We've had a fairly good turnout for just doing first streams and stuff. But I want to thank everyone for using my links for sure below our video. You know, anytime you use any of our links, no extra cost to you guys, at no extra cost to you guys, it supports our channel. I think it's better than super chats. I'd rather you guys keep your money and just, you know, use our links to buy, so it supports us without any penny for you guys. So I have Horizon, Hobby Zone, BITGO, Amazon links in my description below. So anytime you guys want to use that stuff, support us. All my Amazon stuff that I have in my Amazon store, and I'm going to add some more stuff to it. It's only stuff that I have. I've bought things that have been crap, and I don't put it in the Amazon store if I return it or whatever. The stuff that I actually use is in my Amazon store. So if you guys get something from the Amazon store, you're using what I use. So also, guys, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We're doing that daily. Those links are below in the description. I put up a merch store. We'll be adding more merchandise. I have to order a few things because I just started it, so I can put a couple shirts on and show you. We're going to probably start a Patreon account. We may do that, so you guys can support us that way. I'm going to have some things included with that you guys will probably like. Also, our custom shirts. These are not Teespring shirts. This one's embroidered here. It's embroidered right here. And then, of course, we got our big logo. These are custom made, folks. So we'll be talking about how you guys can get these later. We're probably going to tie it in with Patreon as a supporter. You know, you guys get the custom shirt, you know, that I wear, and I'll be mailing that to you direct. So that's something we'll talk about later on. So let me shrink a window down here. Also, another plane Horizon has on sale. Let me see if I can drop this plane. And I'm doing this review here pretty soon too. I know a bunch of guys have done it. Let me transition that over. The EC150, that's on sale too. I think they're all like 25% off on these airplanes. So it is a great time to get it at Horizon, folks. I think it goes through October 9th if I remember correctly. So, you know, yeah, check out Horizon. If you guys like glow motors too, they're like 50% off. I mean, they're glow motors and some gas and glow stuff. I think they got all kinds of stuff on sale. So Horizon only does a couple sales a year, so it is a good time. Take advantage of it. You know, get yourself a good plane. And I think that's it. Let's see. Great bill. Can't wait to get my Blue Angel after they're shipping this week. Heard they could be shipping out by 9/25. We'll get this out here real soon, folks. Awesome. In my country, we only have grass. If you can fly from grass, I'll buy one. Sweet, Rob. I'll try to get it out there here this week sometime, and we'll go with that. Let's see. Yes, flyers from grass, but yeah, I prefer to fly from grass. Grass is really the best surface to fly from, just because it's less harsh on the airplane. Actually, it's tougher on the landing gear, but if you scrape a wing or something like that, you know, you really don't do much damage to it. But you know, pavement is not forgiving at all, where grass is. So let's see. Just purchased the F4 only because of the price. I wasn't a thing about owning one until now. Yeah, Joe, I know what you mean. But I tell you what, I didn't think much of the airplane a year ago or whenever it came out. But since I've had it, it's outstanding. It's just, it flies great. It flies for a long time. You can put up to a 7,000 pack and it flies good. Just check out the last video we did all with weapons. Plane's faster than hell. Fly it inverted. You can maneuver it really well. It lands well. And I think when I landed, I still had 40% left in the battery. So that Phantom is a bad to the bone jet. And I think I'll have both of these out at air shows and events, you know, when I go to the next events that come up, hopefully at Joe Knoll or something. Or actually, we'll be at Wesley at Mary Boozer's event. He's having that Toys for Tot at Imperial RC. In fact, I got to get an overlay to throw on there. Mary Boozer will have more info on that, the Toys for Tots event. But we'll be out there flying all kinds of stuff. That's not till November though. But that's going to be like the Joe Knoll South here in Florida. So if you guys can come to that, come to that. That's going to be a big time because it's going to be at least 2 days, maybe 3, I think. So yeah, you guys will want to check that out. That's a good event to go to. I hear a lot of people are going there. and I will be there. It's only about an hour away from me. So the reason Freeman probably doesn't put receivers in their planes out of the box is because something happens with the receiver and causes the airplane to crash, and they're responsible for it. Yeah, maybe, maybe not. But the thing is Horizon, I mean, Free Wing Motion RC, they don't really have, you know, a bind and fly or a proprietary. I mean, they do have receivers, but I think they more or less leave it up to you guys to what you want to put in there, so you can choose your receiver, flight stabilizer, whatever. So they just haven't gotten involved. Horizon Hobby took all their SPEKTRUM stuff, and for several different reasons, for marketing reasons, they made this bind and fly to a certain extent, you know, so you buy their stuff. But it makes sense because, man, you know, I fly SPEKTRUM for everything nowadays, and all you have to do is buy one of their planes. You don't have to put a receiver in it. And you use the batteries on every airplane, so it's kind of nice. And Horizon and Freewing, Horizon and E-flite are just making fantastic planes now. In the past, some of their stuff, you know, all the Hangar 9 stuff I thought was always awesome, but the electric stuff wasn't quite to speed. Now their stuff is bad to the bone. You got the Sukhoi there, you know, it's great because although it's proprietary, it works and it's good stuff. So it's really nice when you get a bind and fly plane. You're like, hey man, I can order one, have it to my doorstep, slap it together in no time, bind it to my radio with 250 memories, and we can go fly really easy. So it's a great system. I didn't like the bind and fly in the beginning, but I'm a fan now because it's a no-brainer and super simple, you know, to get them up and going. So, and they're making beautiful models, and there's more stuff coming, guys, so stay tuned. There's some really cool Free Wing stuff coming, really cool FMS. Around the end of the month, guys, I'm going to have some bad-to-the-bone FMS stuff to show you guys. So like and subscribe, folks. Let's see, what else is this? Let's see, what else? Is the sale applicable to American customers, or is it worldwide for Wales Flyers? Wales Flyer, yeah, okay. It's really only applicable to the USA, and here's why. I actually talked to Horizon about that, and because I said, why don't we have the European markets in on the sales and stuff? Here's the problem. A lot of the European markets have different stocks and different inventories. So you could have the sale in the USA, but there's a lot of times not the items in the European market to kind of support the sale. So, you know, that's the biggest problem. That's why they don't do it, because they don't coincide. If both, you know, European and US had the exact same stock inventory all the time, then yeah, the sale could easily be applicable to both. But it's just not. It's just hard to do it. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know, it would be kind of like, you know, being at McDonald's and wanting some Burger King, you know, and you can't, it's not the same place. It's not, that's the problem. It's a stock and an inventory problem. So it's not that they don't want to include you guys, but let's see. Owen said, you are the best, Rich, fantastic role model for the RC family. Hey, I appreciate that. I think the Havoc's on sale. Dennis, thank you very much. Yeah, the Havoc's on sale. That's one plane I hadn't flown, but that's a fast bird, nice airplane. I have not flown it, but yeah, Havoc's on sale as well. Here, let me get rid of this EC50 here. I'm getting a little lag here, I think, again. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of that. Let's see if I can get rid of that. There we go. Back to the Hornet here. Yeah, I'll hardwire this next time. That's one of the learning curves, guys, of this thing. I'll get a hardwire in the wall so I'm not streaming all this stuff. Wesley helped me out. He let me know after I've been doing the streams to hardwire. So thanks, Wes. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, Florida. Let's see. Wish I could be there at Mary Boozer's event. However, it's on the other side of the country. Yeah, Joe, I know it's. But it's going to be big, man. Well, you know what we're going to do? Me and Wesley are probably going to work together, do some live streaming. So we'll try and get you guys some coverage at least to show you some stuff. And let's see what else we got. Landing on planes on grass slows down the rollout nicely. Yes, that's another advantage to grass plane. You can have a hot airplane, but you land in grass, instant braking. So yeah, it slows you down nice. That's another reason I like grass. Can you get away from using a DX6 on the F4 Phantom? You know, I think you can. In fact, let me get up And I'm going to get in the way of the camera here. Let me see if I actually have that with me. Sukhoi, Phantom, no, I don't have that there. I think you can. Let me look real quick. I'm trying to see if I've got that. Yeah, here it is. I got my Phantom manual. Let's see. Let me look and see. See what we got. The instructions, they do show here. Here, let me look. I'll get it right up to the camera for you there. It shows here that if you have a DX6i, it shows you the settings for it. If you have a DS6E or a DX6, so yeah, it looks like you can. So yeah, 6 channel should be all you need, man. So yeah, if you want to get one, it shows it. Funny, I actually keep all my manuals in my flight bag, so if I got to reference something, it's always there for me. So, so anyway, I hope that helped out. But let's see. Let's see. I need to go to your field, Gab. Yeah, you can come out, man. We'll be out there probably this week or next week or something. Gab's going to come out and fly with us. Check out our video of the F-16s, me and Gab flying together. That was awesome, man. He's been teaching me how to do high alpha stuff. Let's see. I've seen that real plane up close and personal. The model looks the same. Bind and Fly 64. Yeah, Bind and Fly 64 millimeters on sale too. That's a nice plane. Really looking forward to seeing your video of the FMS Rafale. I am too. I really dig that plane. I like that paint job. I know that's a paint job that you either love it or you hate it. But I love that paint job. That Rafale, I'd throw a picture up here if I could. I just don't think I got, for whatever reason, my thing is not, my Rafale overlay is not working for me. I don't know why, but it doesn't want to work. I had it set up in there, but it's not working. I'm still learning this system, guys. Just my 3rd stream here. Let's see. If you drop the resolution down to 720, it will cut down on the choppy picture too. 1080 takes a lot of bandwidth. Yep, you're right. But I tell you what I'm going to do, Lionel. I appreciate that. I'm going to just hardwire it. I have a connection in here. I just, you know, I just didn't do it. But again, it's only my 3rd stream, so I'm going to hardwire it in so it'll go right to a fiber optic cable and it won't be a problem. So yeah, I'll get that going. So Sean, cheers for that. Yep, no problem at all. Let's see. Yeah, I like the FMS Rafale, Mike. Yeah, I agree. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up. I do appreciate you guys watching. We had a good amount of viewers here, you know, for a Sunday. I tried to do it a little early so the European crowd could get in on it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Great airplane. Please check it out. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you get the videos, get new videos when we do release them. And we'll have this out probably here pretty soon once the tropical depression's, you know, out of the way, out of Florida and stuff. So we will get this out there. And we got a lot, like I said, guys, a lot of new airplanes coming. I am, again, going to have some really cool giveaways for everybody when we hit 20,000. We're at 19,000 now, almost 100 now or something. Or yeah, so when we hit 20,000, we're going to have some good giveaways. I'm going to give away, there's one plane I'm going to give away too that's a one of a kind, one of my demo planes. So whatever you guys can do, please share my videos around, get it out there so more people subscribe and we hit that 20,000 mark. We're going to have some stuff to give away, new airplanes. We're going to have some new stuff from FMS. We're going to get some stuff from Horizon for you guys. Guniac also volunteered to throw in some afterburner stuff. So we're going to have some good things. I'll throw in some hats and shirts too probably or something like that. So, you know, stay tuned. Once again, folks, like, subscribe, share the stuff. Check out our Instagram. And please hit that notification bell. And when we put out new stuff, you guys will get it. And I really appreciate you guys coming and watching and using our links. And we do appreciate everything. We've had a good audience, and I appreciate it. So anyway, guys, with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. Everybody stay safe. I will randomly announce some of these live streams because we're going to do some more of them. And I'll let you know. And please comment and let me know what times you guys want to see. I'm still trying to establish a regular time. I'm just sort of bouncing around for different times right now. So, and trying to find out what works best and, you know, what works for everybody. So, But anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Mike says, thanks, Rich. Good show. Appreciate it, guys. And guessing I'm late to the show, Brian. Yeah, a little bit. We're getting ready to close it out. But it'll be on the channel so you guys can watch it. So, all right, guys. Once again, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. And as always, guys,